Alright, welcome everyone to Shoot for Initiative. We're a Dungeons and Dragons gameplay show that mixes in elements of the game show challenges that really are just for me to make players do ridiculous things for your viewing pleasure and to pass skill checks. So we started doing this because we started doing initiatives, and instead of rolling for initiatives, we had Nerf guns, and we would duel each other with Nerf guns to shoot for initiative, and that's how we came up with the name, Shoot for Initiative. So hopefully, if that doesn't get you hooked already, join us every Sunday night for an hour of shenanigans, each more ridiculous than the last, while we explore the secrets of Moridoras. This episode is a special 3-hour event, and we will have 2 giveaways announcements for everyone who participated in our Instagram and YouTube activity in the last couple of weeks. And we also have more giveaway announcements throughout the season, so stay tuned. One of which is our very amazing starter kit, given to us by Thomas. Thank you so much. So inside is keys to a brand new Ferrari and
shouldn't say that. You don't need to know that. A very small Ferrari.
Very small, sorry. Imaginary Ferrari.
Yeah, it's one of those toy ones.
Keys to your imagination.
The power of the mind. So be sure to follow our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Twitch to catch up on our updates and new shows that we may do and any giveaways. There will be more shows like this. There's actually one on right now every Thursday called Courage and Chaos, and they instead of being just about fun and story, it's also about introducing new players to D&D, and it's a kind of a teaching kind of channel, and it's just a lot of fun. And that's every Thursday. All right, now I'll let you introduce you to the best and most entertaining players of D&D that I've ever met, starting with my friend Kent. Q2.
Am I going to
Layout
that seat
2.
or am I?
Yeah, we will see that. There we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Kent. I'm a long-time D&D player, playing through many different versions of the game. And for this game, I will be playing the half-elf rogue Tal Laron. A bit of a scoundrel. Trouble seems to follow him around without him intending it to. He just seems to land in trouble. Could be just because he likes to take the risks here and there.
Okay, can I get you to come up here and stand next to your sketch?
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
It's almost like it's the same person.
Those cheekbones, son.
Oh no, right?
Oh, chiseled features.
I've disappeared. Oh, there we go.
Maybe grab a seat.
No way.
No, never mind.
Amazing.
Oh,
It's a self-portrait.
perfect. Yeah. Wow. It's very Green Arrow-y, I would say.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
I like that.
It's like
Lord Green Arrow. Yeah,
That jacket looks expensive.
it is very.
Fair.
Well, Tal doesn't know how expensive it was. He didn't pay for it.
And Nick did.
And
Right, he did.
our next player is Thomas. Would you like to come up here?
So do you want me to go up
Yeah,
there?
over there
Yeah.
to the holy table,
Alrighty.
I'll get out of the
to the
way.
altar.
I don't like that you have a gun behind me.
That's dangerous.
I am here of my own free will.
So on today's news, now, my name is Thomas, and I have played D&D since the first edition. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I am. I have. I stream sometimes, called Fenris Rex. I always get my own name wrong. Today I'll be playing Alaric Maze, also known as Alaric the Jinxed, or simply Jive. He's probably 45 years old. It's a little hard to tell because he has quite a lot of scars. He also lost one of his feet. One of his feet?
Foots. Foots
It's a word, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lost
That's
one of
like-
his feet.
Foots.
So yeah, he's a ranger and he loves to spend time in the outdoors. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's how he looks because I can't draw for shit.
No, that's beautiful.
I love the
That's,
scars on him.
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, it looks, yeah.
That's a full beard. That's a quarantine beard.
You're just jealous because you can't grow one.
I can't. I really can't. A little stubble.
That's the COVID cut.
A few more years.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Claps.
I'm going.
Brad.
I'm going.
Claps.
Good club.
Alright, how we going?
Great.
You're giving me cool math teacher vibes right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
My name is Brad. I am your teacher this evening. I've never played D&D before this experience, so I'm absolutely the rookie of the group. So, as far as...
Is that a mouth or an eye?
Yes.
So as far as drawing goes, I'm not very good at all. It looks more like a shitty Mad Max character than the actual Gaz, that's Gaz, because that's my character. So I'm playing Gaz Dormer, known locally as the Chicken Chaser. He is a 6'4" Australian farmer with a glorious flowing shoulder-length mullet and unkept sides. He wears a black button-up shirt with the sleeves rolled up to just below the elbow to show off his ripped forearms from working the land, and tattered denim jeans. He's got piercing blue eyes and a jaw that you can cut gems on, like you can see. Gaz is always known to play tricks on friends and strangers, so he may come off as a bit of an asshole, but he's not. He's always seen with his companion Daz, who is a fighting golden cockerel. Daz is always there, walking beside Gaz or mounted on his back like a little rooster backpack. Gaz's farm, however, is no longer making any money, so he's got to join the local guard to get rid of the evil coming towards his land and make some money and treasure. So that's Gaz. And Daz.
And Daz. Can't forget Daz.
Beautifully done.
Well
Better,
done.
better, Dylan.
Alrighty.
Sounds like done that anyway.
Not gonna take a long way.
Ooh, are we there yet, Dad?
For the last time, I'll tell you when we get there. Hi, my name is Dylan. You can find me online as DSA Cosplay. It is probably my most known handle. I have been playing Dungeons and Dragons for only a handful of years. However, I found myself in the DM seat most of the time, so it is with great pleasure I get to take the player's seat during this endeavor. It is fantastic. I will be playing the Tiefling Barbarian, that ain't me, Blood Hunter. The Tiefling Blood Hunter known as Penance, who has a crude history of accidents. They are accidents, of definitely not his fault for not paying attention in things. He is a 5'11" tiefling with 4 horns and white hair who likes the edgy rogue look but without being as stealthy. So as such, he ended up with a group of people who could teach him how to do fun things with his blood.
Inside check.
He has a nasty habit that we might find out a little bit more through later on. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he interacts with everybody else here and trying to keep the accent on point.
Why, whatever do you mean?
Let's find out.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Also, a little update on our chat. Brad, your grandma and Aunt Betty says hi. They're watching.
Are they actually?
Yeah,
The nerves just went right up.
Surprised my grandma has a computer.
She knows things.
She's a talented woman. She has contacts.
Oh, I have to say thank you
She's
to my.
also fierce.
So I just have to say thank you to my partner Talia for the beautiful portrait
That's
of my
right.
character. I have zero artistic
He
skill.
cheated.
Yeah, he literally,
Yeah,
we were literally
I
told not to
outsourced.
put in effort, and he just.
I'm sorry.
Looks amazing though.
It
Yes.
does look
It looks
It took
incredible.
me like 20
Next up we
minutes.
have Amy.
good. I will take the long way round. All right, hi, my name is Amy. I have been playing D&D since late 2018. I have also DM'd a little bit, having a great time with it. Very excited to be playing with these guys. I forgot to explain, I have no artistic talent, and I threatened that my character would be a stick figure, and that's what you get.
Or
So,
elbows.
I will be playing Hazel Hawkins, who is the half-orc knowledge cleric. She's probably the youngest in the group. She's kind of 19, 20. She's going out for the first time, leaving the library that she was raised in by her uncle. And she's venturing out into the world to kind of find new knowledge and gain some experience in life. And she's found herself with this group. So we'll see how that goes. Also, you can find me on Instagram at AmyPlaysRPGs.
I want to question Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Does she struggle to get through doors?
That big head? Yeah.
She's
No,
the
just like
default-
this.
the default teapots.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but you know, she's hoping to find a cure for the curse.
What even are elbows?
Just got a Skyrim glitch.
What is her diet asking for a friend?
Any money I make from this will go towards art lessons, and I will learn elbows.
That's some cyberpunk.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
I guess that makes a long term.
Yeah, no elbows.
Right.
Oh, you dressed down today.
I'm just glad he's got pants.
That's not
It was a
fair.
bit touch and go. Hola, señores y señoritas. ¿Cómo está? Benvenuto. I'll stop being silly. My name is Doug. I've been playing RPGs for about 10 years now. I started my own professional DMing business, Red Wizard Gaming. Feel free to check that out on Facebook and Instagram. And I just have a deep, deep passion of getting lost in worlds and not this one. Today I'll be playing Fentwick Duke. Some call me Fen, some call me Twick. This is my cat Shimmer. She's a Shimmer cat. His companion is a small feline of blue colour. And he starts to poke it. Oi, Shimmer, do the thing. Do it. They're watching, do the thing. Anyway, she does the thing. It's fantastic. Anyway, I'm a wizard and I like to play with. And as he's talking, Shimmer changes colour from blue to a vibrant purple into a deep blood red. She did the thing. See, she can do the thing. Yeah.
Shimmer gets some
Shimmer.
balls.
Anyway,
Oh,
flip.
anyway, I play with object density, matter, and laws of physics, by which I mean I fuck with gravity. So this is going to be interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's me, and I'm the first one to drop a swear word.
We're applauding that.
Shimmer just sprints across the room for no reason.
Right, graceful transition.
Swear we know it. Perfect.
Alright. Thank you everyone for introducing yourself in such a beautiful manner. These are really interesting characters and I can't wait to see what happens. And before we continue with the game, I think I'm going to introduce myself as well. My name is Hero. I am a DM. That's really it.
Dungeon Daddy.
I started off writing or being in writer groups, and I was like, oh, what's this D&D I've heard of so much? And I started writing D&D stuff, and it all became just more and more crazy. And I talked about doing a show. I mentioned it to two of my partners who are here, Jogan and Liam. They used to work at the Bris Vegas comic book store, and now they're here, and we started our own company, and we now do a lot of amazing content, and one of which is D&D content. So, loving it. A lot of hand gestures, sorry. And also, the people who are not here, Zan, he is our graphics designer, so he's done a lot of our logos. Amazing.
Amazing logo.
He's done everything that you will see here that's on screen, including the beautiful map that you're about to see. And of course we have to thank Claire as well, who has done our set design. Everything you see here, she made with her bare hands. including this beautiful. No, she bought them at auction.
How to make them metal legs?
Upcycling. Upcycling. And this beautiful cactus that you may or may not be able to see.
I can see the other one.
Oh, and the other one.
Oh, the
she
cactus
drew-
I can see is you here.
Thank you.
You freak.
Sorry.
There you go, teamwork.
He passes, he scores.
I think all that's left to introduce now is Moridoras. So Liam, could I first please have the first picture of Moridoras? Ta-da!
Look at that.
Welcome to Moridoras, a bountiful land filled with diverse beings, great bold landscapes and mesmerizing vistas. To the northest point, thousands of feet above the sea. Next slide, please. Thousands of feet above the sea lies Broken Halo and its queer winged folk. Underneath burns mysterious mines of black rock in the kingdom of Avon. Each kingdom is named after a dead god, and there are only 5. Each kingdom also wears the god's name proudly. But this one most frustratingly so, because Avon is the name of the traitorous god that killed all the other gods. He is the lord of decay. The land houses dark creatures such as drow and tieflings. To the south, beyond the wall, lies the most victorious and glamorous human kingdom, Beal. The kingdom gleams in all that is holy and shiny, much like its god. The trading capital is Aridin. Oh, yeah, sorry. Previous slide, please. Thank you. It's Aridin. Aridin is the envy of all men and a home for those on the highest on the social ladder. The river of tears courses through Beal into Terra, through Okat, which are 2 twin peaks, twin mountains that are kind of at the entryway to Terra. Next slide, please. Covering Terra is unkempt forests and grasslands, abandoned and left to grow wild, as well as vertically challenged inhabitants. Lake Clearwater lies on the far northwest fringes of Terra. It is a neutral meeting ground for all the kingdoms. They are maintained by monks and druids, and many believe the waters to be healing. At the very bottom, next slide please, of Moridoras lies Pyrrhus, the hidden kingdom of the High Elves. Many speculate an underground kingdom. Few are privy to the inner workings and details of the wounded remnants of the High Elf society, although many of their emissaries are often accosted with such queries in local drinking houses and even high society balls. All right, we can go back to the DM cam now. Thank you, Liam.
Nice.
So for the last 2 decades, Moridoras has enjoyed peace among kingdoms. Yet even now, shadows shift and are increasingly emboldened. Tensions between kingdoms caused by greed and pettiness are hidden behind veils of honor and righteousness. Moridoras and its citizens remain hugely loyal to their gods, so much so that atheism is usually met with an axe to the face. That all kingdoms can agree on. Beyond these political problems, there are also dangers of relics and ruins of power, scattered athwart the lands from the great celestial wars from eons past. These remnants cause relic hunters and unlucky wanderers great misfortune. The most powerful and famous relics of all, and you all would have heard of this, are god weapons, each guarded by its respective kingdom, or so they say. You come to Aridin looking perhaps for fame, money, or something else entirely. You have enlisted yourself as heroes in the Champions Guild, the lowest kind of ranking in the Champions Guild, taking on odd jobs just for any scraps of gold or copper that you can find. But after joining for a few moons, you have screwed up spectacularly, and you're on the fringes of getting kicked out of the Champions Guild. You get a letter telling you that this is your last chance. Amy, would you like to read the letter, please? I'm sweating so much.
It's a little bit hot in here. It is Queensland.
It is Queensland. This is a beautiful seal. I am nervous. Okay.
Can we get a camera focused on? Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Alright. Dear champions, after your debacle last moon, High Champion Alranus has, through his grace, granted you another chance to serve the Champions Guild once more. You have been picked based on your limited skills and lack of options. There has been a disturbance in the town of Thunder Rock. The cunning and greedy townsfolk seek to make the resting grounds of the Strider family into a tourist attraction. Protect and keep intruders away from the Strider Manor, and calm the superstitious and simple townfolk. Dispel any fabrications of the conspirators. Find the orc farmer Ulrich Brickleton. He is our lead suspect. There is no reward for the completion of this task, save that of your position in the guild. There are other champions with you. Do not mess this up. And it's from Minos Oldfather, head
Yeah.
scribe.
Right.
So we're not getting rewarded for this one.
Well, what's the point?
That man sounds
Not getting
pretentious
kicked
and
out, though.
facetious. Don't like him.
What do you mean we are getting rewarded for this?
Well, our reward is
I
to
don't
stay
work
in the
for
guild.
free.
Yes, but if you don't do this, you'll get kicked out and you won't get any more pay.
Not going to really care about that. I'm only here to hide out.
But you may not care. But you'll need work.
Well, you know, work's all well and good, but you know, I can always find work.
I kind of need the money. I need this job.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping my job, to be honest.
Aye. Same.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can't go back to the farm. It's been taken over by the Avens. For all the people in Avon County.
The Avens took over your farm.
Yeah, it's all dying. Whatever's coming down from Avon County has destroyed my farm. So I've got to do this to make money.
Is
Because
it
otherwise I'm out.
people coming down from the Avon County, or?
No, the farm's just completely dying.
Okay, good to
There will
Okay.
be creatures, not so much people.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Well,
And just general bad energy that's not good for corn.
It's bad juju.
Yeah.
Didn't know corn had feelings.
well, we better not screw this up then, hey.
Yeah. We've never had a deep and meaningful conversation with corn.
Well, technically I didn't screw up.
I can't
last
say
time.
that I
Someone
have,
else's
but
fault.
I
It's
might
never
now.
my fault.
Oh yeah, me too.
So
It's definitely somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
all of you are currently on a wagon about 3 hours into your journey from the capital city of Aridin, going into Thunder Rock, exiting the beautiful meadows and farms into this kind of dark and wooded area. In the distance, you hear thunder getting louder and louder, striking surprisingly close to each other and frequently, almost like a hammer hitting an anvil. As you get closer, they sound almost like explosions. And on the top of the tree line, as you look up, you can see the peak of the mountain. And even during the day, you see a silver streak very clearly hitting the top, and bits of rock, almost like ants, because they're so far away, flying off every couple of seconds.
Would we know much about Thunder Rock? Like, is it a well-known town in Beale?
Yeah, it is. So it is a. So if you're in the Champions Guild, you've heard a lot about it because a lot of relic hunters go to that mountain and die because they'll think, oh, there's thunder, there's rock, there must be something there, and it's rumored that the God Killer Forge is there, which made the God weapons.
Oh wow.
But it's never been proven. People have just gone up and never came back. And the town has made kind of a lot of money out of it by being kind of a touristy town. And they have like relic shops and souvenir places that sells magical rocks and all. And yeah, so as the mud road kind of fades away, you see a bigger patch of mud, which they call a town, that we know as Thunder Rock. You see huts and kind of wooden shacks of different colors, painted very colorfully, purple, green, pastel blue, any color that you can think of, almost faded. Each house seems like it would kind of blow over if the wind was only mildly strong. They don't seem very well built. They're really rough-worn wooden slabs. There's massive gaps between each plank. You can see inside the house from a distance. And the only building that seems somewhat put together is this massive manor at the end of the town, past the fountain. This manor has a kind of a waist-high wall built around it with watchtowers, about 5 of them, at each kind of corner bit of the wall. You can see from a distance even that the top floor has kind of something's happened to it, like an explosion, or you're not really sure yet, but it's kind of caved in this rubble that has kind of covered most of the second floor, leading to kind of a slope falling down beyond the wall.
And that's in the manor.
That is the map. So in the town there's a fountain, there's a couple of houses and huts surrounding it. You can smell cattle feces, but you don't know where it's coming from. It's nearby. And there's a particularly long shack that is in the center of town. You can assume that there's some kind of meeting place or town hall.
Did you say there were gift shops?
There were gift shops, yes.
Do they have like those little, like, welcome to Thunder Rock little teddy bears or something? Like little trinkets?
No, but they do have carts outside one of the places. It's called Tony Tennyson's Believe It or Not. And it's got...
I do believe it.
You do believe it? You see black rocks, and they're selling them for, these are lightning rocks. They give you the power of lightning.
But,
Can I roll to see if he's telling the truth?
Sure.
but does he have tunics with embroidery on it that says I went all the way to Thunder Rock and all I got was this lousy tunic?
They can make one for you if you ask.
So then,
But you see kind of a red-headed man, kind of with a green robe on. He looks like he just kind of stepped out of the shower.
I saw some bathrobe.
Yeah, it is a bathrobe.
he's just...
He's
it's
using
all
it
yours.
as a
Yeah.
costume.
I rolled a 5. That was a 6 minus 1.
Also, that's the first roll of the campaign.
Oh,
To
yeah.
Inside.
Yeah.
What a great start! A great start!
It can only go upwards. Well, I mean, technically no.
You completely believe him. He's wearing a magician's robe. Like, why would he be lying?
Mr. Merchant, how much are
Yeah.
these tiny rocks?
These
With great
rocks,
power.
they may seem tiny, but they are mighty powerful. I will give you one, because you are a friendly-looking gentleman. I'll give you one for 5 gold.
Can I insight the merchant and see if I can help guess?
Sure.
And can I do a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
We've been here for 5 seconds.
The wagon hasn't even stopped, like the car.
Shifter's gonna shift.
Actually, that's a note of detail. How rocky and bumpy or muddy is this road that we're on?
It's pretty muddy. It's the wheels are like sinking in about an inch.
So like you'd have to take your boots off before you go inside someone's house.
Or just wipe it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I got a 15 insight.
He's definitely lying.
How tall is Gaz?
6'4". So
I'm like the same height, so I just lean over and go, Gaz, the gentleman is lying. I don't think those are magical. I think they're just
Well,
rocks.
So I
he's
don't-
talking to them.
I don't think it's
I got
worth 5
24
gold.
on my sleight of hand.
Slide of
I'm gonna just take a rock.
You take a small rock, and for a second, you feel a pinch in your fingertips with something sparking,
I
going
just slip
sparkling.
it straight in my
It
belt.
slips straight into your heart.
It's because you see at
And it
tourist
does.
towns like this, they often have
Business.
sort of gimmicks where they sell you things for a bit of a markup.
As-
I don't think this is
As
legit.
Gaz is holding that one, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and create a small crackle lightning effect around the rock that he's holding onto.
So can you say the spell again? I can.
Prestidigitation.
Right.
Like
One more time.
Prestidigitation. Hang on. Prestidigitation.
There you go.
That's better.
I can't say it. I just call it a Digimon spell.
So yes, it is now, as Gaz is holding it, creates this sparkling lightning effects. It really sells the...
It's up to you if you
Oh,
believe me or
yeah.
not.
See, I told you it's powerful.
bloody hell, mate! Look at that! Look at it!
Yeah, it's a
Look
rock.
at it!
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
You got
I-
quiet, mate.
I tried. I couldn't.
Yeah, mate. 5 gold. That's worth it.
My God,
I
my
give him
hands on
5
that was
gold.
funny.
Did you do that?
Also,
No.
Fair
Mate, you
work.
could probably get a bit cheaper than that.
How?
Sorry,
5 gold, it's a bit outrageous, really.
Well, I can't. I've already given them the money. It's a rock.
Next time, let me do the talking here. I'll probably get a bit cheaper for that.
Alright, next time.
Both of you get a lump of coal. And as you head off, you see children playing around the fountain. People are setting up stalls. You see a stall that kind of says Rubik's steak cut, and it's kind of cuts of empty baskets for now. But then you see people setting up spits next to the fountain, and as the night grows, so does the crowd around the fountain in these stalls. It seems that every night they have something there. So right now it's about 6. The sun's about to go down.
I have a sneaking suspicion that where everybody else in town goes, we have a chance of finding this gentleman, this lovely Ulrich that we are looking for.
I reckon we should at a pub.
It's probably a good choice.
Is that a professional opinion or a personal one?
Well, I reckon that, there's not much else to do in the shithole, so I reckon everyone goes and drowns their sorrows over there. So,
Well, it says here he's a farmer, so there's a chance he might just be at home if he has to get up early and tend to a farm. So maybe
It
just
is
ask
only
him.
6.
That's true. Should we ask around and see if we can find him?
I reckon the pub's a good place to start, but
Let-
if you guys want to go and ask other people, that was fine.
Shelter sounds good to get out of the mud. The pub works.
Can we see a pub nearby?
You do.
Or a
Huh.
tavern?
How close can you get the cart to the pub? So that there's less
Who's
mud
driving?
for me to walk in.
I can just carry you if
I
you want.
would say at
Hours.
this point you guys have exited the wagon.
Yeah, Fenwick is like on my shoulders.
And then Shimmer's on mine.
Towering
Very tall tower.
free Lego blocks of people. So you see in the very corner of the town, next to the town hall, is a little sign that says "The Rusty Nail," and the sign is on a very massive rusty nail. It's a three-story pub. As you enter, the corner is deceptively square because inside is actually circular, and it circles around a massive pit. And the pit is just a massive fire pit with different kind of meats and things roasting on top, and a cauldron at the very center. And it smells a little bit of what we will resemble as gumbo. And at the very front of the tavern, you see someone cleaning out a mug with a rag that seems to be dirtier than the mug. And she is this very biggish, voluptuous, red-headed lady, about 450 pounds, I would say.
Human?
And she, the tavern maid,
Yeah, human.
human, and she has kind of pigtails.
Before we go in,
The
can I,
purple
like,
ribbons.
can I do a circle around the building? Just to map out all the exits and windows and all that stuff, just
Oh,
in
sure.
case.
So, if you imagine a circle inside, in the middle of this pit, there's 2-3 levels. You can see a door at the very back of the circle and the right of the circle. From the smell of things, the right of the circle is where the troughs are, where you go number 1s, number 2s,
Yeah,
number
so
3s.
only one entrance.
Only one entrance.
And is it hollow all the way through the building? Like,
Yeah, it's open all the way through the building.
so there's stairs up to the next level, and it's like a veranda,
Yes,
and then stairs, and then another veranda.
exactly. So you can see the people who are residing here. There are a lot of rooms. There's about, I would say, 20 rooms, which is pretty, is a large amount for a non-city.
Is there anybody else in this area downstairs, or is it just the bar?
It is pretty crowded. Most of them are families. There are kids running around. Roll a perception check to see if you guys see anything out of the ordinary.
Can he have advantage because he's up on my shoulders and it's quite high up?
Yes.
Well, that's good, because that was a natural one.
So natural one to me.
It's better.
You've been in this building for 1 second, you already did number 1.
That'd be a 10.
A 10. Okay.
I got a 21 on one.
Okay. So most of you are just overwhelmed by the noises of kids running around and screaming, and there's a kid in the corner like trying to take his dad's mug of ale as he's drunkenly just falling asleep on the table while his wife like screams at him. You do notice at the very corner, in a very dark corner, a man, a half orc, sloped over a table, and a tall, elvish man, as you can tell from the ears, you guess he's elvish. He could be half elf. You don't know, but he's in a glimmering armor and is just covered up by his robe, and a bit of the glint kind of shows and it catches your attention as you turn to see this massive figure hovering over this much smaller figure.
Okay. What do you reckon we stay here for the night? There seems to be only accommodation in town.
Yes, I'm happy to go and sort out accommodation for us.
And
There are a lot of choices here.
did they say this Ulrich that we're looking for? Is he by chance a half-orc?
It says orc, but a lot of people tend to use orc to reference to half-orcish people.
I'm
as
sorry
well.
people generalise about that, but you know.
Oh, it's fine.
I think our gentleman we're looking for is over there with the pointy-eared fella.
Perfect. Who here is, how do you say, good with the talking?
I might be able to...
I'm good with sign language, you know, like.
I can speak 4 languages. Doesn't mean I'm social with them.
I can't lie very well.
Oh, I can do that in abundance.
I'm from an order of priests who believe in truth and creation and words, and so I'm not very good at lying, but I can talk.
That
Can
is,
we get a new one? This one's broken.
that is a morally agreeable presentation to be upon. I believe I can take the lead if you give me just but a moment, but while I take a drink to steal my nerves. And you see me pull out from under my coat. You can see there's just vials on the inside of the coat, and fingers are twitching slightly as I pull out a green one, and it has it looks like it has glitter all through it essentially, and pop it down it, and just my skin starts to look a lot nicer, my voice starts to sound a lot smoother, and shoulders kind of pop up and back, and I just seem like a really more approachable person as I take my mutagen for the day, and I believe this one is
Drugs are bad.
It's just protein.
Drugs are bad.
This is V. He uses Red Bull, Monster, and...
pretty much.
Those are
pretty
the
much.
different options.
Yeah.
But as Hazel pushes forward into the crowd to go talk to or accompany Penance, Fenwick is just going to hold on a little tighter because there's so many people in here,
That's nice.
and he's like
Okay.
the same size as the toddlers.
Are you choking? Hazel
No,
by
I've
accident?
got a braid, so probably
Oh.
pulling my hair. It's fine.
So
Get up!
just like
I'd like to keep an eye out in the crowd for anyone that are watching them when they approach him. Anyone who
And-
seems to.
I'm always scanning the room.
I think because you brought up 21 and also because you noticed that really weird group in the corner, you do notice very hushed and muffled, almost yelling, kind of under your breath yelling, like angry grunts. And there seems to be some kind of argument going on with the man who's slumped over and the tall elven figure.
Alright. So you guys are approaching, or are you going to sort out accommodation?
I'll go with you because I feel like we could do bad cop, good cop if we need to. Or like bad blood hunter, good cleric if we need to.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
Also, just a quick note. It says here that this might be our lead suspect. I feel like we should approach with caution, perhaps.
Well,
Why did you leave that detail out until now?
Nobody asked me!
I was going to say, you might want to be a bit careful. I think they're getting a little hostile over there and might be looking for a bit of trouble.
Would you all like to keep a close distance? Close distance? Close distance while the conversation occurs, and try not to look like you're paying attention, and if anything goes down, be close.
I can do that, no worry at all.
Perfect.
Do you want to come with us, or are you just staying on my shoulders just because?
Inconspicuous.
I'm staying above boot level.
Fair enough.
I'll sit down
Safe.
and play cards with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we
wait,
find
wait.
like a table that's close to that one and just sit down?
So there's a table about 3 tables out
Yeah.
from that table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's people at the other tables in between
Yeah,
us?
there's people's.
We can
Right,
scan
I'll just
both.
go. I'll go to the bar and grab some beers or some ales for us all.
Yep.
Ale, ale,
Absolutely.
ale, ale, ale.
I'm alright, thank you.
I've taken my drink.
Maybe if you get her one anyway.
Sure, I had the one in front of me.
I'll have two. I'll have two.
Better healing if she's drunk, right?
It's a pretty busy part.
Yeah. You know, gotta like feel like we're part of the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Blend in.
I'm just gonna go to the bar, grab some beers for everyone.
So as you walk up to the tavern maiden, you guys are all going towards the weird group in the corner. Okay, I'll do the buying and selling first. Okay, so you slowly approach the tavern maiden with the pigtails and the 450 pounds redhead, and she looks up at you and go, "Oh, how do you do?"
Hey, how you going?
Well, I'm fine, as you can see. How are you doing?
Yeah, look, it's been a long ride, and we've just pulled into town. We're just looking for a man, Ulrich, and we're
Oh.
just here.
Why are you looking for Ulrich?
Oh, I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Never mind that. We'll go back a minute. Go have some beer.
Well, we only have one beer that we serve, Thunder Rock Ale.
Thunder Rock Ale.
Yes.
6.
Six. Ooh. That would be 1 gold and 2 coppers.
Cool. I'll give that to her.
Alright.
Must be those tourist wages.
Most expensive water, eh?
Yeah.
So instead of opening a tab from a barrel or something, there's an open barrel that she scoops the beer out of. And she takes out 6. There you go.
So you said 3 copper, right? Can I try and take the gold?
She grabs your hand and says, "Look, if you're looking for a free drink, you can always do something for me."
Oh boy.
Can I insight just to make sure I don't get in trouble here?
Sure.
Is it this city or is it just us? Oh, it's a... No, it's a good one. 18 minus 1, 17.
17.
Minus
Um,
Most
Set
things.
strength.
Most things.
You can tell that she has been a bit lonely of late, and she's looking for some companionship. And she doesn't want to start any trouble, but she certainly are not gonna let you take free beers. But she might if you flirt with her a little, or give her something back in return, like a date or something.
I'll tell you what. 3 copper for these, and when we're back next week, I'll take you out for dinner.
Oh, dinner, mate.
Yes, you beautiful 450-pound woman with beautiful pigtails.
Of course. Okay. I mean, if you come back,
I'll be back. Can't miss you.
it's a date then.
Sweet, so I'll grab the beers.
Don't you ask her name or anything.
She's a woman you will never forgive.
Very Australian.
Yeah. Thanks, love. So,
Doesn't
grab
matter.
her name is Sheila.
And
So I'll grab the beers and just take them back to the table and go, this beer's shit, and I think I've got a date.
The whole time you're walking away, she's just staring at your ass. She's doing one of these.
You just pay
It's a fun run.
for a day, though. What? You just pay for a day.
No. Mate, all this beer, 3 copper. Do you believe it?
No.
Well, that's what it is.
I pick up one of the beers and smell it.
Actually, maybe I do believe it.
3 copper. I think there's a flying line.
You pay too much for it.
It's an absolute bargain. 3 copper,
Like
6 beers.
I don't know if I want to drink this.
Put
Oh,
my,
I am thirsty.
Put my dagger
I'm
in
going to
the
take a mouthful.
Well, no, you don't have to roll anything.
I don't have to.
You don't have to. As disgusting as they may be, it is safe to drink.
I'll clean my dagger with it. I'm not
is,
gonna drink.
how potent is it? Is it like really strong beer?
I would say it's pretty weak. It seems watered down.
It's like Budweiser.
Shots fired.
Oh, just
There
lost,
goes our
just lost the
sponsorship.
sponsorship.
It's a beer breezer.
We can get better beer sponsors if we're
Funding,
funding
come
that.
It's just like any of those alcohol-free beers. It's just not right. No.
So what's happening at this table?
It was one.
Yeah, have we
What's
approached
happening
or
at this
we...
table?
Yeah,
This
we're
table.
approaching.
So
We're approaching. Okay,
the
we're
closer
obsessed.
you approach, when you're about, I would say, 5 feet away from that table, The elf suddenly stands up, very abruptly, looks at you, and abruptly leaves. He walks past you, almost bumping into your shoulder, and rudely just kind of briskly walk off.
It was a pleasure to see you, friend.
I'm gonna tap on Hazel's head.
Yes.
Do we need to talk to him?
Well, he's not mentioned in the letter, so I don't know.
Okay.
So Dylan, as you spoke to him as well, he just completely ignores you.
I'll miss you.
You can tackle him if you want to.
What straight is the orcish man, half
Sneaky.
orcish man looking? Like, is
If
he
you want to, we can.
angry, or is he sitting, is he looking at us, or is he...
He looks like he's barely conscious. He's got saliva running down onto the table, and his hand is gripped on an empty bottle, which
so
is
he's
kind of
drunk,
like,
not injured?
Drunk, not injured, as far as you can tell.
Hey.
I would like to take a seat. Is there an opposite end of him I can sit to face him?
Yeah, I'll say it's like a round picnic table.
Okay,
So-
okay. I'll sit opposite end of him. My friend, word has spread. I believe you are Ulrich. Thaumaturgy to create a loud bang in his ear. Boom!
Just be careful the eardrums.
Just one.
Wild.
My friend, we have some business in regards to some things. I would like you to answer all questions my associate here has as honestly as possible. And it would make your day much more merry, involving possible benefits.
Well, I don't answer no questions before I drink.
You're halfway through one, my friend.
He like swings it around violently, and like there's no splashes.
That's alright.
It's gone.
He can have mine. And Fenrick's hand just comes up, and the beer that Gaz brought over for him starts to float as a spectral hand. Just takes it out of his hand.
I don't know if this is a responsible service of alcohol. Oh, there you
And
go.
now we have the first game of
Oh, no.
today.
Oh,
Claire, please bring out the special.
Is
Yeah.
that what this
Oh,
is
God.
for?
No.
So,
No.
You know how to eat a chili while submerged.
as we said, this is a D&D gameplay game show where we have a lot of activities to replace skill checks. This task involves around you guys giving him enough drinks to keep him talking and not enough to get him drunk and pass out and possibly die.
Yeah, is he not already drunk?
He is, he's on his way. It's not the drunkest he's been.
I don't know if I'm a fan of poisoning this poor man.
So,
He's doing a good job himself.
Which one, Ulrich or Hero?
Oh,
So in these 10, I think it's 10.
That's more than 10.
Okay, I cannot count.
It's like 11.
Have you already had some?
That's 11.
That's 11, yeah.
So, well, you guys have an advantage then. In these 11 shot glasses, there are water and there are equal amounts of gin. You have to choose which one I'm going to drink. There's a DC for it, and if I drink too many alcoholic ones, out of the 5 that you choose for me, we failed that DC.
Should it only be 3 because it's only those 3 that are engaged with him? Us 3 are at another table.
That is true.
Are you at another table? It'll be
Yeah.
these 3?
Do you know which ones are alcohol?
I don't.
Oh.
Are we allowed to ask you to like smell them and see a reaction or something?
Sure, you can, if you want.
So I have a question for you, young lady.
Oh gosh, hello.
Can you remove poison?
excellent question.
You said you just get him real drunk first and then ask him the questions afterwards.
Nope.
Never mind.
I cannot. I can identify.
He's pleased, right? This dude's dead.
These guys, this isn't magic.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
he's just wasted.
I cannot
So-
do that either.
Who do you want to start first? Who do you want to shoot first?
I suppose maybe because I'm the one that gave him the drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I
So-
cast guidance, does that have any impact on
No.
this? Dang it.
Number 1 to 11.
That blue one is looking awful lonely there.
Number 1.
So,
Do you want me to tell you what it is? I
No,
suppose.
just go for it.
It's water.
Ah.
So it's 1 pass.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
So we want to give him. We want you to have water. We don't want to give you any gin.
No.
I want to give him all the gin. I mean,
I mean, this
That's
show
what
will
you
get
were-
interesting real fast.
TPK.
Yeah, you go next. I'm too nervous.
Oh man. I am going to go for number 8.
Number 8.
Is that including where the blue was?
8.
Agreed.
That's a gin.
Also, I can't smell. I have a sinus problem.
That was a gin. That may have been a loss for the
One
chat,
gin.
but it was a win for me.
It looked like it was water to me.
I only have to get 3 right?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Got
2 shots
One
for
more.
hero, 3 waters.
I'm gonna go for the pink one that was next to the blue. That really full looking one.
You are torturous.
I think it'll be water because I feel like you wouldn't fill it up with that much gin.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Why not?
You want it?
God.
But then was it him who filled it?
True.
Oh.
Oh no. Is that gin? Oh no! I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Next time I'm gonna buy some nice gin.
Oh
Number 3, my lord. Number 3.
no. So we're at 2 gin, 1 water.
Number 3. I think everyone can join in. Are you guys happy to? Have you guys helped too?
Yeah, sure.
Brad.
Yeah, number 3.
Nah.
I think we've knocked him out.
Please
gone.
take away the shots.
Oh, did we fail?
Yep.
There was 3 gin shots to 1 water.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, number 5.
If you find one of those gin shots on the way past,
Want to take a wild guess?
Yeah, you guys want to take a shot?
Yeah, do you guys want to take one?
No. You.
Well, I
It's
mean,
the
it is-
ginger roulette.
it is called shoot for initiative.
The shots for initiative. now.
Shots
Yeah.
for initiative.
I have no
Thank you, Brad.
poison removal spells.
CPR.
Take it back.
He's gonna get the
It's a
water.
shot
Just
of
because he
water.
wants one.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Water.
I drink all the water.
Water. Dang it.
Should have got doctor shoes. He would have won.
There we go.
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
Dang it, we should have got you to pick more.
Oh boy.
It's a lot of
Does
alcohol
anyone
for a
else
rock
want
man.
any?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Nope.
No, I'm
One of
fine.
those gins is more than enough.
Yeah, that's.
One of those gins is
How are you
one
feeling,
too
Kara?
many.
I'm
Feeling awake?
I'm feeling excited.
Yeah.
I'm feeling sprightly.
Super buzzed for D&D.
Super. I'm filled with D&D.
In comes the dragon.
He comes in.
So is he unconscious?
Yeah, what happens to
Um,
Ulrich?
He drinks it and he puts up his finger.
But I'm
I
not.
can answer the question.
And that's just hero.
I'm gonna go get some water.
As his head slumps down onto the table, Shimmer just jumps off and lands on it. And just sits on his head.
I'm gonna Fenton, do you want to stay here? I'm gonna go get water.
Sure.
As Shimmer sits on his head, you notice that his chest is not rising as much under the weight. It's like almost he's struggling to breathe because he's so unconscious.
Oh no.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on him. It's okay.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna go to the bar and get some water.
I have alchemist supplies.
Okay.
Would I be able to concoct something that might sober him up in any way, shape, or form? I've got a variety of chemicals on me.
How about this? You tell me what you think is gonna wake him up. What do you think would be a hangover or alcohol?
I am going to concoct something akin to liquid caffeine / adrenaline, using the parts of my mutagen supplies that help me make my celerity, which is a dexterity increasing drug,
Okay.
which I'm assuming works off of like straight up adrenaline into the system,
Okay.
and I am going to concoct that in a unique way that won't kill him, as it doesn't work on normal people in the same way it works on me.
Sure.
So I'm going to see what I can do to brew something and then pour it down his throat.
Alternatively, you can dry nipple
I've
clamps
got
on
a-
240 volt batteries.
Similar to that, I have a thunder rock. And
Where
I've got
does this go again?
beer.
Which, given
Now-
that prestidigitation lasts for an hour,
Just hear me out, right?
it's still crackling.
Hear me out.
Oh no.
You want to hold it up higher?
No, let's do that.
That's Vegemite.
Vegemite equals Thunder Rock Coal and beer. So if this
Oh.
sobers up,
Oh.
They're gonna make curry.
Yeah.
if this sobers up,
That's such a big
It's such a good idea.
Plot twist.
The farmer comes by. I have a hangover cure for
Can I get
you.
some water?
Hero, do you like Vegemite?
I hate Vegemite.
best part is
I want to go off camera and get some water. Give me
I think I drank all the water shots.
it's gluten-free Vegemite too, so it's great.
I love the thing that you just overheard us and just walked in and went, "You don't know what you're doing."
Yeah, I saw us walk up, talk to this guy, slip him, like give him a beer, and then he's just drunk it and
I'm
collapsed.
interested.
Mm.
I've replaced it with Nutella, hopefully.
Roll sleight of hand.
Alright,
It literally
Hero,
looks like
Hero,
licorice.
take a gauge of how drunk you feel right now, and then take a gauge after you've had the spoonful. Do you feel more awake?
He's gonna be vomiting.
Oh, it
Do
is.
you feel more alive?
Awake is not the word I would
Alive.
use. I'll keep standing. Sorry, Joe.
Do it.
Can I take half a spoon?
Nope.
No.
Eat for
Down
Hurry
in
up.
one. Down in one. Down in one. Down in one. Down.
Also, you should eat responsibly.
Woo! Why would you eat this?
Easily.
It's like soy sauce jelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. There you go.
Is it hard to have strong?
Welcome to Australia.
No, I like it.
That's
The
right.
taste of my youth.
Yeah.
But that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the rest of it in my inventory.
Your character may or may not die soon.
Shortest campaign ever.
So, Hero, how are you feeling?
Sober.
Great.
Do you feel so great that you don't want another one? So that works, right?
I'll say that the shock of the charcoal and ale and how disgusting it is kind of gives him a boot and shocks him awake. He goes, whoa.
And then I hand him a tank of water. Here you go.
See? I told you it was magical.
Thank
I guess they, yeah, maybe.
I stand here dumbfounded and surprised at the wisdom you show.
Yes, I did
I'll
not
put a
think that
spoon
was
away.
worth 5 gold, but apparently it was.
I'll tell you, mate, up here. I don't like how you have this many spoons, though. That makes me scared.
After seeing what your rock's
it's-
done, I pull out the one that I got and look at it.
Is that the
It's kind of
citizen,
ins-
is that the Australian citizen test? Am I now officially a citizen?
Welcome.
Well, let's wait till it
Drop
comes
off.
out on the other end, then we rock, you know?
So, he wakes up.
So he wakes up and he looks at you, kind of half eyes open, going, okay, what the hell was that? My God.
I
That
believe it was
was
a local
disgusting.
delicacy, I would assume.
Yes, Thunder Cold beer.
Okay, what do you want?
So, I've forgotten why we were talking to him. Do you think you could give me some pointers?
Well, I don't know how subtle we want to be, but we're looking to protect this place.
Right,
And
since we're talking in front of him, I think we've blown that now.
Yes,
Strider family.
the Strider Manor.
That one.
Yes.
Oh yes, the stone building. What do you want with it?
Well, what's there, and why does it look like it's been paved in? Is that recent?
Well, I don't know. I just sent in a report to the mayor. All I said was I saw weird lights coming from there, and somebody should check it out.
We're here to check it out. We just wanted to come and talk to you first.
Wait. He said there was weird lights in there.
Yes.
Does that mean we have to go in there?
Well, I would assume so, due to the
Why would you want to go in there?
I'm not thinking I do.
Why would you want people to check it out but not go in to check it out?
I don't want people to check it out. I just want people to not go near there. It's weird and, well, to be fair, my master have been missing a couple cattle lately. Some of them have wandered too close to the manor. And next thing you know, they ain't there no more. It's just dust on the ground. It's dangerous.
Like
That's all.
instantly, like you look at them, you blink and they're dust.
Yes.
How
Also,
close were they to the manor?
when they were like next to the wall,
Okay,
they
I'm
touched it.
taking notes.
There's light, and then there's dust.
Don't touch mana.
Don't make it.
Are you sure you were sober when you saw this?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm sober ever. You know what I mean? But
So is it possible that when you thought you saw a cow that turned to dust, you simply fell face first into the mud
look, friend, this is what I do. I drink and I work.
and fell face first into the mud?
No, I don't know who you is,
And
but thank you for your drink, but I'm done now. If you're here to insult me,
No, not at all. I'm terribly sorry for
I'm
my
a
friend.
good worker.
You seem like a very...
I'd like to take this moment to point out he hasn't noticed the cat's still on top of his head,
Just a cat hat.
who has now changed colour to the same as his head.
Hazel's going to say in very formal hawkish, my friend, we meant no harm and no insult, no offence. I am terribly sorry.
It's okay.
Look, you say you want to stop people from going in there because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, apparently people in the town want to turn it into a sort of tourist attraction, which means a lot of people might be dusted, as you put it. So we're here to help stop that, if you're able to give us some assistance, any information you might have.
Well, any place I'll start with is town hall, I guess. Or when they go to church, that's where everyone gathers. You know, you could probably just tell them to stop, but that's not going to stop them. These townsfolk is very suspicious like. They're very superstitious.
In
They
what
think there's
way?
something in there.
In manner.
Well, Beale is the god of the sun, red color, dust. They probably think something's happening down there and they want to know what's happening. They want to know if it's something holy and whatnot.
Quickly, what's the name of the mayor of this town?
Oh, that would be Connor.
Alright, excellent.
I don't know why we have a half elf as a mayor.
Was that the man you
Huh?
was talking to, the one that walked out quite angrily?
I don't know who he was.
Oh, okay.
Just bothering me.
What was he asking about?
Yes, exactly.
Well, he was asking me about some mountain, something about Billy the Kid, the missing cattle. I don't remember.
Who's Billy the Kid?
Oh, he's just. My boss goes on about him. I've never seen him. Apparently, he's the reason why the cattle's going missing. But I can tell you that's not why. It's the manor.
Okay.
Them cows be drawn to the light. They go over there, and they dust.
Have any people touched the manor or gone near it? Or just cows?
Well, it doesn't usually happen during the day.
I'm going to mage hand the beer out of Alaric's hand and put it in front of the orc.
I think we actually left.
Yeah, so while they're doing this,
Oh, okay.
Alaric and I are going to go and shadow the elf.
Ooh.
Stealthily.
I'm just sitting at the table.
We're gonna-
Yeah.
Okay.
So, oh, that's not good. No, I got an 8 on my stealth, so I'm going to say that I tripped over a child as I'm trying to exit the bar.
Would you stop if he turned back and saw you? Would you stop following him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 14.
14. I would say as soon as he tripped, he saw the both of you as he turned back, and then both of you just stopped, freaked out, and went back.
Yeah.
Because he has a very menacing look, even though he's fully robed up and you can't see his stature.
Mess with this fella.
But he's
Not just the two of us. I reckon go back to the table.
Oh well, it was worth a shot, you know. Just think
but his
away.
direction is towards the fountain.
Playing kids.
Just take him out. Like,
So you guys are walking back to the table?
So,
Yep.
How's the
Are
toilet?
you giving him another drink?
yes, we do.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Might be better.
I think we nearly poisoned him
on the
before.
street.
he's an orc. That's what they do.
Well, that's a bit of a harmful, generalization. Orcs aren't all drinkers. Yes, I don't think it's a good idea to give him another drink. But of course, we can't tell you what to do, Mr. Ulrich. Do you have any more information about these missing cows? Or the manor. Just anything else about the manor.
Man.
Yes.
Well, have you gone to the fountain?
The fountain? What's important about the fountain?
Oh, well, the fucking.
Number 2.
Shame on you.
It's over now.
For shame.
The fucking skull.
Skull?
Yeah, have you not seen it?
No.
There is a skull on a spire in the middle of town.
Seems like a peculiar choice of decoration.
Yeah, the skull is of the Lady Strider. She was the last heir of the Strider family. And look,
Is it a sign of respect for this area?
well, from what I could tell from the mayor and what we were told as kids, about 50 years ago, some lady, well, Lady Strider, came down from her manor after a large and long exodus. She came down from the manor and just jumped and stabbed herself and impaled herself on the fountain.
Oh, so it's like through.
That's through the skull.
What?
Right.
It's through and through.
On purpose.
On purpose, she just jumped.
How tall's the spire?
Oh, it's about 7 feet.
She must have been very athletic.
Yeah, it was almost magical or something.
How was no one removed the skull? What happened to the dead body?
Well,
Like, surely that would have stuck.
Well, I guess if it decayed, it would have snapped off at some point.
well, I ain't sure. I wasn't here when she was, but that's all I was told.
How long ago was this?
About 50 years.
50. Okay.
I'm sure the mayor would know. He's been around for 70.
Oh, elf. Right.
Or half elf?
Half elf?
Half elf. The mayor's a
Half
half
elf.
elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who owns the manor now? If she was the last heir, or who
Nobody.
has the keys?
Nobody has the keys.
So it's just unlocked.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, not of recent date. Now there's all these red guards running around.
Red
And
cards.
who's in charge of them?
I suppose Eridan. They have the city symbol on them.
Right. Okay.
They've been bossing everyone around,
Can,
telling us to do stuff for
are
them.
we able, from our table, are we able to hear any of this, or is it?
Yeah, he's like projecting his grunts. He's not a delicate man.
So at the mention of the red guards, I just want to look around to sort of see if I can spot any of them in amongst the crowd.
You don't see any of them in the crowd. You mostly just see families.
Farmers and tradesmen.
And mostly tourists, I would say.
Did we see any of the guards when we saw the manor from a distance?
No, but you did see people positioned there. You just didn't really. It's too far to make out, like a uniform or anything.
So it looked like someone was on guard.
Was on
but
guard.
you couldn't see their markings or anything.
Yeah. So you would have assumed that it was the town's guard.
Well, the letter doesn't say anything about any guards. Should we go and talk to them?
Last time I checked, which is a blatant assumption on my end, the Red Guards are not part of the Champions Guild. They are simply owned by the city.
Yes, we're sort of a private outfit, from my understanding.
Correct. In fact, we're kind of doing their job for them. I'd be surprised if they didn't look at us with,
Disdain.
yes. Perhaps we get the gang together and go to either the fountain, the manor, or the mayor.
Sounds good to me. Mr. Ulrich, how can we contact you if we have any more questions, if we may?
Well, I'll be at the Longfellow Ranch most days and here most nights.
Longfellow Range.
And what was the name of your boss? Sorry, Mr. Ulrich?
A boss.
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
I love asking for names. You will
I
learn
know.
very quickly.
This would be a occurring theme of me just not knowing names.
They're all John.
I'm
Oh, it's
getting
that
old.
John 1, me John 2.
And different folk.
Big John, Little John.
Oh, John. Small John.
C. John. The John.
John Connor. No, it would be Hoss.
Hoss.
H-O-S-S, Hoss.
Hoss is the boss.
Hoss is the boss.
The
And
boss
his
Hoss.
nickname is Big Hoss.
Alright, excellent to know.
Not like
well-
like Big Hass or Big Hoss
Big Hoss.
from that TV show.
Bonanza.
For sure.
Yes.
Alright, so if you have any more questions for Mr. Ulrich,
I personally, I think we're done.
He's gone.
right.
Don't leave
Let's
time.
go. Let's go. Let's go check out
I
this
don't think
fountain.
he's going anywhere in a hurry.
Half a step too
It's
late, my
night-
friend.
It's a fountain.
It is
I'll
nighttime.
take a moment to step up onto the table and crouch in front of him right on the table. Don't leave town.
Perfect.
Because it's night time, do we want to continue with investigations or do we want to wait till morning?
I see no reason to stop. Who has difficulty with the night?
Let me just double check.
Or like the night time?
I can see, fine.
I've just got human eyes. I can't see anything. I'm fine too.
Are you the only one who can't see in the dark?
Yeah, that's alright. But
You
you,
can make sure you don't trip on anything.
I'll just hold on to his shirt.
I mean,
Would you like to sit on Gaz's shoulders and stare him around?
that is actually not a silly idea. I was going to see if Daz could help you, but
Yeah, just don't sit on my cock.
I was going to say, you're going to have to watch out for the chicken and the cat.
Yeah, don't sit on Daz.
yeah, no. Daz is a friend of us all.
Yes,
Um,
delicate.
okay, well,
Delicate.
can I just quickly go up and organise accommodation with the barmaid?
Oh, sure.
Just like a couple of rooms for the night?
You walk up to the barmaid, who is now kind of emptying different barrels into the one main barrel of ale.
Ooh, this is a rough
It's a
bar.
concoction.
Let's
Right.
stop control.
I'll have a drink. Hello, sorry to bother you. I was wondering if I could get a couple of rooms for the night.
Of course. You can get a couple of rooms. How many rooms you need?
I guess just 3. We can just double up. Double rooms. And what was your name? Sorry.
I'm Daisy.
Daisy. Lovely to meet you, Daisy.
Lovely to meet you.
Daisy, my date.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Hazel. Hazel Hawkins.
And
Sure
you
is a
are
song
here
player.
with?
Oh, well, I kind of point vaguely to the group just assembled together to say, just some friends.
And you are not with that taller gentleman, are you?
I was looking towards like the back of the room.
Oh yes,
Like at the
that's
wall.
my,
Just looking at the roof
my
going,
companion,
oh.
That's Gaz and his chicken Daz.
And when you say companion, you mean?
Oh, just friend.
Ah,
And colleague, more like.
good. good.
Great
He's-
architecture here, eh?
He is a lovely fellow, such a
right,
gentleman.
Is he married?
As
Or-
far as I'm aware, no.
Ah,
What's going on?
Hazel has no
Did you
clue
drink
that
that?
he's like
Yeah,
flirting with
yeah,
her in
yeah.
any way, so she's like, no, I don't think he's married.
you know, of course, if you're going to save money on rooms, I can always share mine with your friend Gaz.
I won't speak for him, just because I don't believe I should. Let's just get the double rooms for now, and I will let him know that you're interested in that. I think that would be.
It's only economical.
I will
Sounds
make
like-
sure to put that in the argument, into the proposition for him. Just 3 double rooms, please.
Of course. 3 rooms, that will be 6 couples.
The beer is very expensive compared to the rooms.
This is the pride of our town.
Oh, sorry, that was
All right.
out of character. I was like, oh my god, gold for beer? Okay, 6 coppers. Certainly, I put down 7 coppers to say extra, just in case you have a date with Gaz and he'll want to get a drink, you know, a couple of copper. I'll let him know what you said and I'll let him make that decision himself. But thank you so much.
I'll buy a fancy dress.
I think he would really suit the colour green, you know. I think it would really do a lot just to bring out your complexion. I think that'd be wonderful.
Yes, I think so.
Fabulous.
I'm just sculling my beer.
Just slamming down all the.
Start downing the Vegemite to poison yourself.
Have I seen Gaz have does he have a favourite colour? Do I know he wears like a lot of the same colour or something?
He's a pretty plain sort of guy.
What colour does he like to wear? What is he wearing now?
Well, I mean, any woman in red is great, but I'm wearing my black shirt.
I'll say, look, he doesn't look very colourful, but I know he likes the colour red.
I'm red.
And that's just my hypertension.
I'll grab the keys. I'll grab the keys and bid Daisy good night. I'll come back over. Guys, I had a really lovely chat with Daisy at the
I know. Let's
She
just
seems
let's
very- Is that something you're interested in?
let's pal, buddy,
Hazel's
or
very
friend.
Hazel has no clue with this kind of stuff, so she's just like, yeah, here's the facts. You know, she's very interested. I told her that you like red. She said you could share a room if you want to save on money, but I've really got some double rooms, so it's entirely up to you if you want to share with, one of the boys or with Daisy. She seems to...
I'm going to stand up,
Yeah.
pat him on the shoulder and go, nice one, stud. And I'm going to head out to the fountain.
Listen, I'm not gonna judge you. If you like this woman and you really mean it, you should do whatever you need to do. But all right. Just do it if you want to. Just not because we're group pressuring into you doing
no
this and
pressure.
potentially selling. All right.
No,
God,
just
damn,
presenting
block.
the facts. She
Crikey.
seemed quite interested. Let's go
What
to
is
the
this? The
fountain.
Spanish Inquisition? I'm on your side.
Let's
All
go
right.
to the
Let
fountain and have a think about
me.
it.
All right. I'll come clean. We've got a date.
Ooh.
I kind of don't want to go. But tell her you're washing your hair that night. That's what they always tell me. That's right. I've got a plan. If anything happens, I'll do what I normally do. I really don't want to do it because it's really embarrassing. But I'll get Daz to run off and I'll just say I've got to chase him again.
You could just tell her the truth. Honesty is a great way to, communicate and to establish those sorts of connections. And
No. Did you
No,
say
that's
no
not-
at any point in this conversation?
She could kill him with her bare hands.
I could probably kill people with my bare hands if I wanted to.
It is a general fear of any man to be killed with someone's bare hands.
She is a big woman. She's probably got bare hands. let's okay, are we going?
Alright,
moving
Are we going to the fountain or are we going to bed?
Let's go to the fountain and have
Let's
a
go to
look.
the
Let
fountain.
us go out.
It would also
Alright.
be not bad to just see if we can scope out the manor a little bit. Maybe not get too
Yeah.
close.
To the fountain. Away from Daisy.
Poor Daisy, she seems
By that
lovely.
time, it will be about 7 to 8 o'clock, and as soon as you exit the tavern, the smell of yeast kind of vanishes, and you smell this great kind of burnt meat smell that's a combination of grease and beef and just deliciousness that hits you. And you hear the fountain going, but along with that you hear children screaming and people talking, and there's light tavern music, not tavern music, but like festive music that are playing in the background. You see a band playing in between stalls, and there's children and couples dancing, and at the very end of that you see the watchtowers shining down light on the different areas of the field around the manor and occasionally in the manor and the fountain. And you can see now that the lights are lit, that there are about 2 to 3 guards for every watchtower, and there are about 6 guards near the front, positioned in different kind of intervals.
Is there like a curfew on this town or is it?
Not that you can tell, as everyone is still partying along and dancing, and it doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be dying out.
So it's not like if we
anytime
get caught by these spotlights we'll be in trouble or...
Oh, well, the
Yeah.
dancers are getting caught in the spotlight too. They're just moving it around.
Okay, cool.
So when we attempted to follow the elf before, did we notice which direction he was heading?
Just towards the fountain.
Did you even make it outside?
Oh, I think we got to the door.
We fell over the door.
Speaking of getting to the door, about that point I'll jump back on Hazel's shoulders.
And as you walk closer to the fountain, you see different people on the stalls, and you can see a little kind of besides the steakhouse kind of badge, you see Longfellow on the corner as well. So, and there are
where
free
Ulrich
stalls.
works.
There's free stalls around the fountain. There's a band playing on your left, and manners in front of the fountain. The fountain is lit up by kind of different torches that are set on the sides, about 6 of them, so it's pretty well lit. And there is a skull kind of impaled on a spike that is the centerpiece of the fountain. It's a 2-layered fountain. And the skull doesn't seem like it's different from any other skull that you've seen, except that it is truly impaled on there, and there are cracks where the spike is, but it doesn't seem to be breaking or decaying any further than it has it seems like it's pretty fresh.
Is the gift shop vendor still out?
The vendor is now closed,
Damn.
but you can
I'll
see
go.
him in the crowd eating like kind of
I was going to
skewers
try
of
and get another
steak.
one of those rocks because that was amazing.
You can talk to him, but he's not open for business. Right?
That's right. Well, I'm looking at the fountain.
Go back in the morning.
Yeah, we'll go back in the morning.
Rain check.
I'll buy 3.
Alright, let's check out this fountain.
Nothing says home like a skull on a spike, I guess.
It ain't real creepy at all.
No,
Not at all.
not even a little bit.
I'm going to see if I can sort of get closer to the wall and a closer look at the guards, but do it casually, so not to draw attention to myself.
So one of the stalls is kind of selling skewers. You walk close to it, like you are looking at the wares,
Yeah.
like the food, but really you're just kind of looking at the walls
Yeah.
past it. What would you like to know about it before you look?
So you said there's 2 to 3 guards per tower, there's 6 at the gate. What's the uniform that they are wearing? Do I recognise them as Aradan City Guards, or are they different, or?
So you see that they're wearing a red kind of leather armor with leather plates at the front and the shoulder and amulets, and there's a little patch on the amulet, on the shoulder pads, and it's kind of like a sun, half a sun, and on the sun there's a sword going through it.
Okay, so is that, can I do a history, I guess, check maybe to see if that's the city guard emblem for the,
Oh, imagine
For the city guard in Beale.
Of course.
or in Aradan?
Oh,
History check?
Yep.
John roll dice. Alright.
Oh, good.
wait.
Don't roll it.
Yeah,
Don't roll
good.
the dice. I'll go.
Alright. So, does anyone want to look at the guards and run a history check with Kent?
Nope, no.
No, he's on his own.
I mean, I would. I'm a nerd.
Okay.
I'd try and.
I'm gonna give you a
I think I
minute
already
each.
remember them.
The game is movie trivia.
Oh God.
Alright.
And each of you get a minute each, and
I'm probably paying more attention to this.
I'm going to give you
No.
20 questions, 10 questions each representing a dice point in the DC. So it'll be, if you get 12 questions, you get 12 on a dice roll. The DC is 15.
Right.
So how do we win?
I
Do you
should-
get?
So you get to 15 questions.
Wait, would it have been 15 and Kat would have had to do 20, or did I just make it harder by joining in?
No, you won't make it harder. It will just be separated.
Okay.
Do you want?
Yeah,
To
I
go
wanna-
first?
I want to know if these are
Alright.
actual city guards, or are they,
The chase is on.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I'll take one out first and I'll
Alright.
take one
So I don't have to roll the dice.
out. No, no dice. Are you ready?
Yep.
1. You have a minute.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Skull Island was a reboot of which movie franchise? You can skip if you want.
Yeah, skip.
Which infamous gangland twins does Tom Hardy portray in Legend?
Pass. Jesus.
Okay. In which film does Liam Neeson play a frantic father trying to track down the kidnappers of his daughter?
Taken.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Was Free State of Jones set during World War One, the American Civil War, or the American Revolutionary War?
Revolutionary.
Civil War. What type of car does Tom Cruise drive in Risky Business?
Porsche.
Very good. In which film would you hear the phrase, I feel the need for speed?
Top Gun.
What's the name of the central rogue organization in the Mission Impossible team set out to destroy?
Pass.
That's 3 Tom Cruises in a row.
Alright.
Shut up, Daz.
I might extend that. Let's make that a DC of 15 for everyone. So we'll do a minute each. I think that's more reasonable.
Alright.
For the entire.
Oh, so we're all jumping in now. are we?
Yeah, one jumping in. We're gonna
Alright,
have-
okay, alright.
That was 3 Tom Cruise movies in a row.
Yeah.
I think that was.
Or make it
Yeah.
a minute and we all get to answer.
Yeah.
Actually.
Can we
You
just
wanna do that?
jump in?
Yeah, let's do that.
I
Yeah.
can do that.
Alright.
Because I had like
the thing
4 of
is,
those questions already.
With you
Yeah.
reading it,
Yeah.
we're not
You'll do
getting
it.
enough time
I'm gonna
because
do
it's eating into our
Yeah.
minute. So
I'm gonna do then double what I gave you. So only 5 minutes instead.
Ooh, okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Double it once.
Oh,
Too
we'll
easy.
make it easy.
I'm not
for
gonna
us. Okay.
I'm looking at advantage.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Because you all come from Merida.
You have
You would have
disadvantage
seen
in
some
real life.
symbols in there. Anyone can answer at any point.
Alrighty.
Are you ready? Okay. In which 1991 movie did Arnold Schwarzenegger say the famous line, "Hasta la vista, baby"?
Terminator Judgment Day.
2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Name one of the songs Tom Hanks and Robert dances on the piano in the movie Big.
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 Chopsticks.
Yes. Tim Roth has had roles in 3 Quentin Tarantino movies. Name one of them.
Who?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is one?
Name one.
Sorry,
Reservoir
name one
Dogs.
of them. Sorry. Name one of them. Michelle Pfeiffer played Catwoman in which Batman movie?
Batman Forever.
Returns?
Returns.
Yeah. Sorry, Forever was.
Oh, I can't do that now. Sorry. Chris Pratt reprised his role as Owen Grady for the 2008 release of which film?
Oh, it was Jurassic World or something, wasn't it?
2008.
Yep. Jurassic World, which one?
The first one.
So,
First and the second.
no, yeah, Lost Kingdom.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Excellent work.
Which 2017 movie stars Charlize Theron? Charlize, yeah.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron
Yeah.
as the MI6 agent.
Atomic Blonde.
Lorraine.
Ooh, good movie.
Who plays Wonder Woman in the 2017 movie?
Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
For an extra point, who were the previous Wonder Woman?
Linda Carter.
Yep.
Jesus.
No. Name the boy band star who had a role in Dunkirk.
Oh, it was Harry Styles.
I really.
I didn't even know that. Which British actor plays Nux in Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh,
Tom
No,
Hardy
it's the
plays
guy that.
Mark Max.
Knox.
No, he was
Knox.
he was Beast in X-Men. Not Ian Holt.
The guy who did
Nicholas
Jennifer
Hoult.
Lawrence.
This is Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Holt.
Oh.
Oh, that guy.
Which city is the classic movie Mrs. Doubtfire set in?
San Francisco.
Perfect.
It's always San
1, 2,
Francisco,
3, 4,
isn't
5,
it?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. In which 2018 comedy does Amy Schumer play a character who wakes from a fall as the most confident woman in
I
the
Feel
world?
Pretty, which I never saw.
And then did I? I just couldn't remember.
Oh, it's so easy.
I never heard of
For everyone, if you get it wrong, it's minus a point. Which actor played the Prime Minister in the movie Love Actually?
Oh, it was.
Hugh Grant.
It was also going to be in a D&D movie.
it. Apparently,
Is he?
As
That's
the
the
bad guy.
Yeah.
Who were the first television couples to be shown in bed together on prime time TV?
Me and
It's a
your
cartoon.
Who?
It's a
Fred and
cartoon.
Wilma.
Fred and Wilma. Flintstone.
That's alright.
This is
all either before my time or after I stopped watching movies.
Yeah, I'm useless at this.
Go on, Hanna-Barbera.
Where does Scott Lang get trapped at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Quantum Realm.
Who sings the closing credits song for the 2017 version of Murder on the Orient Express?
Pass.
Is it Adele?
Michelle Pfeiffer. Who knew though? I wouldn't have guessed
Have we
that.
got 15 yet?
Hero's just doing trivia now.
I'll do 3 more just for fun. Jeremy Renner fractured his right elbow and left wrist while filming a stunt for a 2018 comedy.
Oh, Tag.
Tag.
Yeah, that's right. It was too.
I was had one. You took it away from me.
I'll do 2 more. Last 2. Which famous director returned with a box office hit Split in 2017?
No Shyamalan?
The
Say
shit.
his name right.
That's
M. Night
impossible.
Shyamalan?
It's Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding
That-
dong.
We got that one right. Put it in the.
Alright.
Keep being honest.
A frontiersman played by Leonardo DiCaprio is mauled by a bear in which movie?
Revenant.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revenant.
Yeah, that's
Again,
the
never
one.
saw it. I haven't seen half
That's
of
actually a
it.
good movie though.
You retain so much information.
Especially
It's
that
like
movies you've
There
never
you go.
seen.
That's a 20.
Tell
1,
me if
2,
any of them were 2000, 2010. I'd
3,
have
4,
something.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7,
Can you?
Do we get extra points if we give you answers for previous questions?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Nice.
Yes, sure. You want to make it a
So the
20?
first one was King Kong, Skull Island, was the remake of. The Crow Brothers
I thought it
the
was. I
Tom
was going
Hardy
to say
one.
King Kong, but I'm like, I don't know if it is.
I thought it was like the
Yeah,
Yeah,
Phantom.
I didn't know that.
I don't remember what the next one was.
Everything was all pre-2000.
Yeah,
or
Tom Hardy
post
movie was about the Crow
2010,
Brothers.
Yeah.
which is just not my
Yeah,
movie.
Can you
I'm
tell us
not-
about
But,
Anchorman?
Legend, I think. it was called.
About what?
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
So what do we know about the red guards?
With that 21.
We know a lot about Tom Cruise apparently.
Yeah.
As you peer closer, the this emblem is not only a fire with a sword in it, there seems to be a silhouette of a child in it. And as you can tell from kind of just talking to people in general fear of the public, it's not just the city guards, it's a cult.
No.
Oh.
So it's a cult kind of that have branched off the city guards that have came off on his own and have rumored to have done things against the city. And,
Alright.
Because the sword and the eye is like the symbol of
it's a
Beale.
symbol of Beale.
Yeah.
But
As a child.
I'll go
There's a
back.
child.
So they're like oppressors.
I'll go back to the group, and I'll go. Yeah, these aren't Aradan guards. I've never seen this emblem before. We know what the city guard emblem looks like. I've been up and close and personal with it on a few occasions, so something doesn't seem right. And I've heard from a couple of the locals it might be some sort of cult.
Like a good cult or a bad cult?
Like a
Was
young
there a good cult?
Religion.
Well,
It's a your,
religion's not
it's a your,
exactly
your cult for your gut. Yeah.
What's the
It's
difference?
more of an organised kind of sharing of ideas and
Like an
I'm
organised
describing a
cult.
cult.
Hazel just has a full existential crisis just clutching her like holy symbol.
I would judge
Yes,
by
praise
the
Beale.
the way
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
villagers
praise
were
Beale.
talking. It's
Yes.
they're up to some no good.
Sorry.
I would say.
So bad cult.
Yeah.
Okay.
and they have control of the manor.
The only good cult is a yeah cult.
Exactly.
but
Sponsor me.
Smolder.
So it's the past. I can't ask someone how long they've been in town for, so I don't really know.
Do we even need to go into this manor?
If we have questions about timing, locations, the things ongoing, would the mayor not be an excellent starting point in regards for information?
He probably would.
I think the mayor's
Well, I
probably a
don't
good
reckon
place to
he's going to
start.
want to talk to us tonight.
I'd be surprised, correct? I can be persuasive.
Well, so can I. Well, I'm not that good.
I might be.
My intimidation.
I respect that.
My intimidation's +3.
What day is it in terms of like religion? Like, is it like the day before Sunday for like religious? Like, would people be going to church in the morning? Do we think, or is that?
I would say that in this town and in this country, people go to church every day.
Okay.
Oh wow.
We
Okay.
could try and talk to the mayor after church tomorrow.
Yeah. So does it appear as if these celebrations that are happening in this party, does it have anything to do with the skull on the spike? And further to that, does anybody seem to be paying attention to the skull on the spike?
Nobody seems to be paying attention to the skull as well. They've all been eating
Excellent.
and drinking and dancing.
I got a question for
Mage
you.
hand.
Why do we even need to get in there? What's this manor? Why is it so important for us to get in there? Why were you supposed to talk to this dude?
That's what we were told to do.
Protect and keep intruders away from the Strider Manor. These are technically intruders if they're a cult, I guess.
Well, are they inside? Or are they just keeping
Are
their
they
eye
intruder?
outside?
Well, they're standing on the wall, aren't they? So they're inside.
I'm going to sneakily try and mage hand the skull off.
Would you like to roll
Yeah.
a sleight of hand? So you
Ooh.
Fireball.
Ooh, 21.
So as people are dancing and they're spinning around and looking at all the lights and eating food, they don't see you for the couple of seconds that you have summoned a ethereal kind of hand that kind of touches and try and grabs. Are you going to try and grab at the skull or just touch
With
it?
the mage hand, I'm
The
going to
mage
try and take the skull off the spike.
As soon as you touch, the mage hand touches the skull, you feel worms wriggling around inside your head, just beneath the skin. And it makes you
crap.
flinch and lose concentration, and the mage hand kind of loses and fades to a thin air.
Frederick, are you alright up there?
Would you believe hungover?
I didn't know you drank that much. You do cure wounds in the morning if you're feeling unwell still.
Yeah, it'll probably take me that long to process what just happened. Anyway, move on.
Can I look in the fountain?
Sure.
Perception?
I will say you don't really need to. The water's pretty clear. There are a couple coins in the fountain.
Yoink.
Can I see?
Rogues, man.
I better slide a hand
Yeah,
there.
you want to start like that?
Watch the game.
Yeah.
25.
So as you grab down, you find a fistful of coppers. I'll say about 8. Some of it is just kind of metal junk.
Fistful of copper, that's a good name for the group.
Fistful
Mm.
of copper.
I don't know about you, but that emblem that we're working for is not that one. No? That is not supposed to be, is it? They've got to be intruders.
Yeah,
It's not the same emblem, so-
It's on the guards.
Exactly. So he's saying if they're not part of our group and they're there, they are intruders.
They are intruders. We're going to get them out.
Get rid of them. Alright, let's
We
do
don't
it then.
necessarily have to go inside unless they're also inside, but we at least need
But
to.
we don't know.
Exactly, we need to check it out, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think this might be one of those, like
8.
a lot of people have different authority and then they all try to do the same thing, like, kind of like,
Well,
authority in
that's-
general.
Our group does not work for free, so someone hired the Champions Guild. I say we talk to the man. He might be expecting us.
We also might be part of a cult, so we should be careful.
Yes.
Right.
Why did everything
Oh,
become so...
I
Damn
don't know
confusing.
why I'm the best talking here. I'm not a good talker.
I have advantage. Every persuasion check.
Excellent. I think you
Not
should be
needed.
talking.
Yeah.
That's great.
Can we find the mayor? You ask the mayor what's going on.
I can do this. This I can do.
And if
When-
if we find out that they're not a part of this, let's get them out. We don't have to go
It's a
ahead.
simple plan. I like plans.
How many people
I'm a
can
straight
we
up
see
and
guarding
down sort of
the
guy.
house? Like how many
So
people are
there's
guarding?
6 in front of the
6
house.
in
There's
front.
4 towers, you said?
There's 5 towers,
5
2 to 3 guards in the tower
That's
each.
going to be difficult.
So what?
How many guys in the
15.
tower?
12 to
2 to
15
3
plus
this
6,
tower.
so
There's 5 towers.
about 20 guards.
Anyway, not
That you can see outside.
That we can see from here.
Do you want to
Currently
go
on
one
duty.
way or the other just to scope it out?
Yeah, let's scope it out.
I'm gonna stealth around
Do you
the.
want to see? You go left, I go right.
On that note, before we do anything, I think we're going to take a 10-minute break. So, last we left off, you guys have just
Yeah.
entered the town of what? Oh no, it's delayed. It's we're in the town of Thunder Rock. You guys have come from the city of Aridin. You guys entered the town looking for Oric. As the letter tells you, he's a lead suspect that is generating some kind of fake news about Strider Manor and making it into a tourist attraction, which is disturbing the ground, the resting grounds of the Strider family, which is a very important family. You guys went there to stop Oric, but only to realize that Oric is just a guy that saw something and reported something. There's something weird going down in the manor, and you have now gone to investigate it quietly and from a distance. You've realized that the guards, from the history of being Aridin and knowing the guards and knowing the symbols that they wear, that these guards are not city guards. They are, in fact, guards that belong to a cult. You are now about to, I believe, stealthily approach the manor at about 8 o'clock at night, while there's a little festivities going on in front of it, around the fountain.
Well, does anyone want to check it out closer, or do we want to find him there?
I think we were trying to go left and right around it and try to scope it out. Team Osenthal's here?
Yep.
Should we cause a
You were going
distraction
right, I
at
was
the
going
front of
left.
the house?
Whatever you want.
Like,
The other way.
cause something, or should we just leave
I'm
it?
sure we
It's
could.
conspicuous. They're just going for a walk. I think we just wait on the front side and see if any guards get pulled from the front and something went terrible in the back.
I would say that the spotlight kind of the length and the width of it, the way they travel in a kind of pattern, and you do notice that it's about 5 to 10 feet away from the manor walls. That's the distance that it can travel. So you can go within those 5 and 10 meters and try and avoid the light, or you can be about 15 feet away and just walk around.
I think I might start just 15 feet away. There's no point getting that close yet. I've
Yeah.
pretty good eyesight.
So you guys kind of, I won't have you roll as stealth. I'll just say they can't really see you in the dark. So you guys go outside and you surround the manor. Both of you eventually come to a middle and meet each other, and you see that somewhere around that point, occasionally there's a sparkle of red light. And the only reason you see it is because there's a crack in the manor wall, a crack about 3 inches wide and 7 feet long. So about tall as a person, about only this wide.
Alright. That looks a little interesting.
Should we go back and get the others and maybe go in, or do you want to sort of get a bit closer and see what we can see?
Just want to see if there's any other entrances or something else we missed the first time around. If you want to, I can send in my little friend. Have a look from up there, upstairs.
It might be a good idea.
Thanks.
Comes in handy having those extra set of always, doesn't it?
Just give me 2 seconds there. I would like to summon my hawk. And sit down and circle around.
So you sit down and kind of in a meditative position, would you say? Your eyes get cross-eyed, and your eagle, Oxley, I believe it was called. A hawk, sorry. Huxley. Kind of soars through the air and just kind of a couple feet above the towers and kind of looks down at the surrounding walls. And what are you trying to look for?
I am trying to scope out exactly how many guards there is and if there's any weak points in their defenses.
Roll a perception check, even with the.
That's a 7. So
7?
probably not.
I'll say that you see that mostly you can make out 2 or 3 guards per tower, mostly free. There are no weak points except for the crack that you notice. The rubble that is strewn around the courtyard does not protrude the wall, but although it does kind of make it easy for you to climb over the wall from inside,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
because it goes up to a couple of feet high.
I'll open it as to the top. And I'll summon the hawk.
Well, I don't think we should go in there by ourselves. We should get the others
Well, might not necessarily need to, but let's go have a chat with the others first.
and see what they say.
Yeah.
We'll quietly move back to.
So you guys head back to the fountain,
Yep. Where the others
Yes.
are waiting.
where everyone are dancing and you guys are waiting and
Yeah.
possibly eating meat.
Do we notice any patterns with the guards of movement or anything, or is it just the people in the towers and people standing guard?
There seems to be no pattern so far. You've only been there an hour. They seem to be standing pretty still, looking around, and the only pattern you notice is kind of just the spotlights kind of
Okay.
shining through, and how they wave it through, just kind of in a W kind of shape, 5 feet to 10 feet away from the wall. That's the furthest distance you've seen the light.
Fair enough. Do their uniforms look familiar, considering we saw that elven dude earlier? Does that look similar?
So the elven dude, you haven't seen his armor. He had a robe covering it, his whole kind of get up. That's why he seems so massive, I would say. It's because it's just covering just all his armor.
It's just buff.
All he can just do is just
He's
buff.
just buff.
Hmm.
He got hero picks.
Super swole.
Should we try and find this mayor?
I believe more information is required before we do too much. The mayor is a good move. And anybody disagree? I'd rather not walk into something that we do not know the entire scope of.
No, you're right. That's not a bad idea to scope
Well,
out
I'm
the
all
situation.
for taking risks, but I like to plan my risks. And risky for the others, not so much me.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if it's polite to call on the mayor at this time of night. It might be best to.
Oh, it's early.
We have a
It's
letter
like-
with a seal. That's very important for everyone,
9
isn't
o'clock
it?
at night?
But that's not their
He
seal.
is more than likely the man
Doesn't
who
matter.
hired us for a building that is turning creatures to dust. That is something worth skipping your goodnight cocoa over.
Fair enough.
I could like some cocoa by now.
Right.
That's what we've done.
To the mayor, I'd like to ask around some townsfolk to see where the mayor would be at this time of night.
Yeah. Does the mayor like to party?
Because we have no
Is
idea
the mayor partying?
who the mayor
You
is.
guys are gonna find
It's
out.
Connor.
But probably not.
Connor the half-elf.
Connor.
Mayor Connor.
That's what we know.
So before we go on, I would like to say two things. Number one, thank you Anonymous for tipping. Our first now we can afford food.
We can, you can. Let's pay for some of that. Yeah, let's pay for some of that gin.
Yeah.
All the ramen
We've
can
paid for
afford.
that. We have paid.
Yeah.
And
We'll pay again
thank
later.
you, Cram Proto. He said, "Homie, what was that Nick crack?" That's gonna happen a lot.
I also think I have a new fan. Go up a couple of messages.
All right.
That's also creme potato. Creme
Man
potato
with the
bro.
big beard is my favorite.
Yes!
Yeah.
You!
Yep.
Is that you? You're doing this one now.
Oh, so
Don't even know what to say to that.
Not all beards were created. I love you too.
you see some couples kind of dancing around. You see fathers buying kids meats on sticks. Who would you like to approach to ask about?
The parent of a child.
Uh,
By
Are there any obvious half-elves in the area?
No,
No.
they're mostly
Other than
human.
me.
We're in human country.
Yeah.
Mm.
sure, they're gonna love a tiefling walking up to them. Hello, I'd like to ask you a question.
So you see a father picking up his child. He kind of like grabs him closer, kind of almost like in a protective manner.
I still have
Yes.
a law going, my mutagen still going, which makes me really, really like
Personable.
exactly personable.
Charming.
Yes.
Charismatic.
Oh, okay. So he might have, so he might see you and he feels a weird familiarity with you. He goes, hey, hi.
So we are new to town and we are simply looking for the mayor. We've been sent.
Right, of course.
Where would he be this time of night?
This time of night, he'll be at home. I'm sure
Perfect. Where might his home be?
he lives in the town hall.
In town hall.
Yeah, well, it's really a mixture of a town hall and it's a church. It's a meeting place and it's his home, I suppose.
So he's like an on-site manager.
Yeah.
So it's like a hostel,
Right.
really.
So you could say he's always working.
I would say so, but I wouldn't approach him this time of night. He would probably be resting.
Perfect. We will approach him at this time of night, so you don't have to.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, you have a good night now.
You too. And so to you, little one.
The little kid kind of bites the meat of the stick and like with food in his mouth goes,
Children.
Unscrap dads and be like, want to pet my chicken? To the little kid. Because that'd be weird to the dad. For some reason.
does he peck at people?
He's a nice chicken.
He takes it out, a little bit hesitant at first, and then as he draws closer, and I'm assuming he doesn't move, he kind of strokes it and goes,
Just does like the
Question
things
is,
the
is
chickens
the,
do.
is
We
the kid
just
eating
can't
chicken?
hire ourselves.
no, it's beef. So as he's stroking it, he takes out a bite, and he offers the chicken some.
Yeah.
As he,
No, the chicken eats seeds, right? And
Chickens
scraps.
eat anything.
Yeah.
Chickens
Yeah,
eat
just
anything.
about.
Yeah.
No, chickens eat everyone.
There are also raptors.
It's the chicken apocalypse.
Yeah.
BEG, the game.
Dad's is vegetarian, so I just take him back in my backpack.
and he looks at his meat and goes, and he eats it himself. Scoffs down the 3 bites of beef, and you guys move on, I suppose.
Alrighty, to town hall. And the church. Interesting combination.
And the mayor's house.
Yeah, all in one.
And storage facility.
And bar and grill.
Yeah, where's
Yeah, we'll head there.
the only place with public toilets as well. Is it also an Airbnb?
Maybe.
Is it the school?
Um,
Oh boy.
So you guys walk past the fountain and all the dancing people. You kind of weave through them as they dance around you. The light kind of fades into the darker part of town. As the noise gets quieter, you approach the kind of long shack, almost about I want to say 6 houses long, 2 stories, and you look up on a. There's no signs saying this is the town hall, but there is a mural drawn on the very top floor. The whole second floor has no windows. It's just a massive mural of gods fighting. You recognize some of the gods as Beal, as Pyrrhus, as Avon fighting all four of the other ones.
Are the Striders on the mural?
No. As far as as far as you can tell, they're just gods. You guys knock on the building, I assume, and after quite a long time, I'll say 2 minutes of listening to very slow footsteps, you see an older gentleman in a kind of silk gown, holding a little candlestick.
As we were waiting, I just leant over to Pen and be like, you said that he would be okay with this visit at this time of night, right?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Churches are always open.
Agreed.
How can I help you?
Hello, we are looking for Connor.
I am Connor.
Really? Is this a half of that I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, it is a...
Did you ask him that?
You are half elf. I am new to the country.
Oh, half elf, old man.
So we have been sent by the Champions Guild.
Ah, yes. Well, I welcome you. I'm Father McNamara.
I'll like just kind of do a very respectful like symbol of terror to him. It's kind of like give him a nod as a cleric.
He gives you another symbol, and it's one of veal. Welcome, please wipe your feet down. Wipe your feet. Come in.
I walk in without wiping my feet. Yeah, I'll take my boots off.
He doesn't notice. He just turns around and leads you anyway. So he goes into the town hall, and you see there's two massive corridors going in left and right. And in the center, it is just a kind of massive hall with pews set out, and they're kind of crappy little wooden pews that are kind of a little too low for most people. It would be just right for you, I'm guessing. So most people would have to bend their knees kind of to sit down. And there's a well, you notice, in the middle. And he sits down. So
Some puny pews.
sits down.
Clearly, they like to cater for distinguished folk.
You say as you're perched on my shoulder. It's very
Yes.
Yep.
Distinguished.
The fun I'll have when you're asleep.
He sits down on one of the pews and gestures to the other pews opposing on the opposite aisle. Sit. Yes. So, how can I help you folks? Champions Guild.
The letter, who has the letter?
Yeah.
So we have been sent because of the disturbances that have occurred in regards to the manor, everything about. So we've been here. We've already spoken with Ulrich about it, and A and B is not lining up as well as it should, and I would like to perhaps glean some further information from yourself to clarify what is written between the lines.
Yes. Well, you want to talk about disruptions?
I ask him in Elvish if he's okay.
No. It's just my back. Playing up. It's fine.
I like take my like robes that I've got in like my spare robes in my bag, just kind of roll them up and stick them behind his back as like a little cushion.
Thank you.
Father, would you like me to get you some tea or something?
No. Not at this time of night. So I'll never get to sleep. I'll be off at the troughs every 2 minutes.
I am terribly sorry we've disturbed you, but if we could help
It's
us out.
quite all right.
Would you like some Thunder Rock mixture?
No, it's bad.
I'm not familiar.
It's quite remarkable. It literally just brought someone back from the dead.
I think the Lord is enough for me.
It might be a little bit strong.
I am not one for libations. But,
Can I roll? What's the check if I want to convince him? Persuasion. Can I roll persuasion? You can try intimidation.
I'm so poisonous.
but it's alcoholic, right?
I don't know anymore. Please
Well,
don't.
That's a
at
16.
at no point he's set up it's alcoholic.
We added the beer to it though.
But
Yeah,
at no point has he
The
said it's
mixture
alcoholic.
is
Yeah.
It's 16.
16. What is it in? The mixture.
Oh, it's just in like a beautiful yellow jar with the word Thunder Might
Alright.
And he did it in his spare time on the walk over.
I'll give legal a heads up.
You're a well-meaning stranger. I will take some from you.
Perfect.
I'm not actually gonna eat. I'm not eating some.
Hey,
No,
This is
so
an
it's
interactive game show. You're breaking this immersion.
no more.
Can't have done it
I
again.
will roll a Constitution save.
That's right though.
That's a nat one.
Oh, that's it.
No,
Kill another
no, I don't have to eat it. It just means I get damage from it.
Don't kill this old
I ain't
man.
eating it.
Oh my god.
That's pungent.
Oh wow.
Is he okay?
He starts coughing. Oh, I think that's a little too strong for me.
I'll hand him my watch.
Pitched out here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Can you get here to eat that whole jar of Vegemite by the time the campaign is over?
Yeah.
Like the same jar. Don't replace it with fresh Vegemite.
Yeah.
That one jar of Vegemite.
That's yeah. It's
Vegemite doesn't
bigger
go
and
off
bigger
and
jar.
fine in like
Yeah.
4 years.
He doesn't know
It's
that.
staying on set.
He takes out a little box. You see some red dust in it. He puts some on his nose. He goes, oh, okay. Well.
Should add that to the
Dude,
book, Mike.
Does that red
Man,
powder,
that's
does that look like anything I might have come across in my studies?
You know that in religious practices they use it. They each god have their own kind of
Sure.
crystal that imbued with the power imbued in it. You know, Beal have red rocks, and these rocks have kind of explosive and usually dangerous elements to it. The religious practices they use a refined element of it. They somehow mix it with something else, and it's not just pure red rock. It's a mixture of red rock and other things.
Do I have powdered crystal?
It's powder crystal.
So
Do I
it's
have any as
powdered.
a cleric?
Depending on your faith, you might have
I have Terra.
Terra. No, you wouldn't have.
So it's powdered Red
Yeah.
Bull. Literally.
Yeah, it's not like too cut, right? They're like still got some, still good shit.
Very
Eating a
tiny
little bit
bit,
out of the
maybe
milk.
like 20%. I would say.
Of a rat poisoning.
You see his chest kind of glows red a little bit for a couple of seconds, almost like a glow stick, and it shines through the church, and then it calms down and it dies down, and he goes, okay, so,
I'm not entirely sure that that's very healthy in the long run, sir.
no, that's, my health is of another concern.
It's a new COVID vaccine.
Now, you were saying,
Yes, we received word from the Champions Guild. Well, we are the Champions Guild. We were sent here to take care of this
Disturbances.
Rider Manor.
yes, well, the only disturbance I would say are the damned gods that are pushing my people around. That is a real disruption.
I saw the insignia on their shoulders. It's nothing like the Arrogant Sea Guard. So you know where these ones are from?
No, as far as I know, they have said that they are from the city.
There ain't no guards I've ever come across
Are
before.
they not the king's guard?
Well, their guard does not represent our banner.
Nor the city's banner, or in addition to it.
They're not the King's Guard insignia. I've never seen it before.
Well, it seems similar. I just assumed.
Do you know who their leader is? Who the person is who brought them here?
Well, I've not spoken to anyone. I've only spoken to the underlings.
Now, why is it that the underlings are talking to the mayor and not someone of importance? Aren't you someone of importance here?
Well, I would like to think so, but none of them came to speak to me. I went to speak to them.
Would you call them intruders?
Well, none of them belong to the city.
But
It
if they
is-
do not,
I suppose so.
We'll
Intruders.
show him. Yeah, we'll show him.
yeah.
We'll show you the letter.
Did
This
you
is-
send for us?
No.
This is from the Champions Guild.
Yes, someone had to have hired the Champions Guild. I thought it might have been the mayor.
No, this is out of my price range. I can afford the Champions Guild.
We show him the letter.
Yes, I know Minos, our father. No, I have not spoken to him for many years. I did not contact the guild. Maybe he's one of the townsfolk, but I doubt any of them will be rich enough to. The only person that would be rich enough to would be Hoss Longfellow. He's the richest man in town.
Is he an elf by any chance?
No, he's a dwarf.
Oh.
You know, the short type.
Usually dwarves are.
Hey,
I look at the gnome.
I resemble that remark.
I'm sorry, friend. I meant just different. From our folk. from the usual folk that we get here.
I twitch, I twitch.
Are you still on
And
Hazel's
his
shoulders? Are you
Sorry?
still on Hazel's shoulders?
No, once we got down on if it's clean floors, like solid wood floors, I would have got down.
I feel like you're sitting like the pew and it's perfect size for you, and I'm sitting with my knees at my ears, just like very uncomfortable.
Just scritching, shiver.
He puts his hands on your shoulders and goes, pat you a little bit. Yes.
Shimmer just looks up at him with resting cat face.
So how long ago did these guys show up?
Oh, I'll say about a moon ago.
A month.
Yes.
The flashing lights and the disturbances, was that after they came or before they came?
I'd say around the same time, I assume. But Auric, you know, he's a town drunk. You can't trust what he's saying.
Well, we just saw a red flash coming out of a hole in the wall, so. seems
You
to
saw
be
this
pretty
as well?
legit. Yeah, we just saw this like 5 seconds ago.
Well, I don't think there should be anything down there. It's empty.
Well, it's your town, you tell me.
Well, I'm not really allowed in. I've tried.
So they won't let you in either.
No.
Is there more than one entrance?
Not that we can see.
Well, there is a priest hole.
Still go on.
Back in times of war, in case the Strider family had to escape, those who were loyal to Beale would hide in the manor, and as a last resort, would then go through the priest hole, through the tunnel, and it goes to a shack in the middle of a field, just at the end of Longfellow Ranch.
And I'm guessing not many people know about this.
No. Only people who've been around during the war times.
And would that include Sir Hoss himself?
No.
But he is the one who owns the land still, yes?
Yes. He owns the land.
Seems like our next stop.
I've got a plan.
Should we ask about the cows turning to dust outside the manor?
I feel like it's a catalyst of
I think that
information.
may or may not be related to the hole in the wall.
Not
the
care
red
for cows.
spot.
Have there been any cows in town that have turned to dust when they, go near the walls? Or is that just a...
Ulrich has said so, but
Yes.
he's also a lazy drunk. He probably lost the cattle and blamed it on the lights.
Why would he blame it on the lights when there is all this information in regards to this Billy the Kid?
It's just folk speaking. It's not. I don't think there's any reality to that. What, some guy just stealing cattle who hides up in Thunder Rock Mountain? Nobody goes in there and gets out. Where else would he hide? And Longfellow is not the kind of person that'll let you get away with it.
So
You know
you-
what I mean?
So you're saying you think Billy the Kid stole the cattle and is hiding up in the mountains?
I don't think Bill the Kid is real.
So you think we're dealing with two lies, Billy the Kid not existing and the disintegrating cows?
Well, I see one factor that I cannot rely on in that story, which is Ulrich. He has reported those two things. And I don't think he's telling the truth.
I've got 2 ideas. The first one is that you should probably isolate for 2 weeks. Wash your hands. The second,
We're all wearing masks.
Mr. Lemire, is can you point to us where the secret entrance is at the Longfellow Ranch? And with the festivities going on, can you make some sort of distraction for us to get inside, outside the front gates?
Well, there ain't no secret about it. It's just nobody knows about it. Nobody's ever asked. I don't know what you want from me. I can't really do anything.
I don't think there is going to be anybody in the middle of a field late at night. We could simply go there.
I can't do much to
talking
help you,
about-
I'm afraid.
I have a question for you. Do you have some schematics or some kind of drawings over the manor so we can see exactly what's inside?
Well, I don't have any what you call schematics, but I do know the manor quite well. I was
Can you
invited.
draw me a map?
Can I draw you a map?
Please.
Of course. Could you come back tomorrow for it, perhaps?
I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I need it tonight. Sorry.
I can draw you a rough, from memory.
Just make it real pretty. Add some flowers to it if you need.
Okay.
I mean, we could come back in the morning for the map.
No, we can't.
I feel like tonight is a good time to pursue. People are in the town square, the guard's attention is on the town square. We're walking to the middle of a field the opposite direction.
I just feel like walking straight into the manor through a secret tunnel and not knowing exactly how many people are inside is going to be a very excellent way for us to get killed.
Oh, I don't say we need to go to the manor tonight, but we just need the map tonight.
Well, perhaps we could talk to Big Hoss instead.
We can also go back and torture Ulrich to get the truth.
Not a fan of that one.
I don't think Ulrich would know the difference between his own truths and lies from being drunk.
I also, if we wait until tomorrow, I can get a spell that will help us with questioning people.
Sure, if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way.
Just it's a little bit less violent, I find.
Oh, I mean, gets the job done.
Torture's a bit straight, mate. Bit messy.
Can we table talk?
Well, okay.
Table talk.
Yeah. So, my idea is that we go in through that secret passage, and then because there's all that big festivities going on, we get Lemaire to put out a bunch of free alcohol, a bunch of free grog to get these people extra rowdy. And then the guards will be going, oh, whoa, these guys, like, calm down, so that their attention's focused outside while we sneak in through the tunnel and search inside.
My friend, the mayor is not the person who could accomplish such a thing. There is only one person with such volume of alcohol.
Oh, no.
I am just the person for the job, who is noticeable, loud and boisterous, who the whole town would not miss if she were to walk out with free alcohol.
I'm gonna have to have a night with Miss Daisy, aren't I?
I don't know about that. Maybe
Sometimes
we
you
can
gotta
just
take one
actually
for
have
the
take it
team.
for dinner.
Well, that's another option. Maybe I can just make myself look like one of those dickheads.
You can disguise yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Could be a way.
Well, you can just let us in.
Could you make yourself look like that? Oh, no, we
That
don't
woman,
know
of course. I can make myself look like anyone if you want. I'll be your Daisy.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I think what we need to figure out is exactly what the problem is that we're sent here to resolve. Is it the guards? Is it Ulrich and his superstitions causing cult-like mentality? Is it whatever's in the manor? What's the actual problem?
Well, the job that we've been given to keep our jobs is to protect the manor and keep intruders away from it.
I mean, technically, they're doing the job for us right now.
We're all a bit late.
Does-
Well, they're the intruders.
Not if they're the intruders.
Maybe we're the bad guys.
It does also say we should dispel any fabrications of the conspirators and calm superstitious and simple townfolk. But it also said that it was the townsfolk
Calm?
that were going to be attacking the manor and turning it into a tourist thing. It doesn't mention cults or guards or anything. It's just saying that the townsfolk wanted to use the manor.
So is it maybe a cult that's riling the crowds up?
Well, by them standing there, it means that there's something to guard from the inside, which could be nothing.
And why didn't the Champions Guild say that they already had people in there?
I'm not saying that they're, I'm just saying that they haven't
Something
mentioned
don't smell right to me.
I
Agreed.
think they're
Sorry
the
about that.
intruder.
Plus the fact that we haven't actually seen the leader of the cult yet, or nobody's seen the leader of the cult yet, that's hard.
Yeah.
Can I incite the letter? Like, there's no chance that this came from the cult. Is there? Like, this is people that, like, this is a signature we've seen before, this is the style of
So-
mission we get.
The way you got this letter, it was handed down to you from your supervisor at the Heroes Guild, which would be in Arabic.
So it's legit.
So it's pretty legit.
We assume it's legit.
At the very
The
least, it
steel
has
is
come
legit.
through the
Too
Champions
legit.
Guild.
Too legit to quit.
So the Champions Guild has asked us to protect the manor and keep it safe from intruders and hopefully stop the townsfolk from basically
Well-
turning into a superstition.
But we can sit outside, have some drink and some to eat, and we can see if anyone actually enters.
I think maybe, yeah, we resolved till
Well,
more. Or,
Yeah, we need more information, and something is going on in this town.
It's probably Daisy.
Right,
She's
well-
the bad guy. Kill her to get rid of your date.
I'm not gonna kill Daisy.
No, I will.
Don't kill
No,
Daisy.
leave Daisy alone. She's lovely.
Here we are. We do a bit more reconnaissance tonight, get some sleep, and then tomorrow we go and speak to this host fella and see what he knows.
Agreed.
I get the map from this guy.
And then we can, sneak into the land tomorrow night when we've got a bit more information.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sounds good to me.
Mr. Mayor, can you draw us a map?
Sure.
As detailed as possible with points of interest.
Yes.
And we'll come back tomorrow.
Of course. Yes.
Thank you.
And if you folks here are able to get rid of these, as you call it, intruders, I'm sure there's something that we can do for you too.
So, they are a problem, aren't they?
Well, the
How much of that red
VLS
stuff do you have?
Red stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, only some, enough to, for service. You can come to church tomorrow and you will have some.
Interesting.
Don't drink the
Church
Kool-Aid.
sounds okay in
Don't
this
drink-
world.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I mean, is it how when you say the kind of like the place we're in is religious? Is it a case of we need to go to church tomorrow, or sort of be bad, or is it you can just go to church if you want?
You're wanderers, so nobody would notice. No one would notice you.
Except the mayor.
Not going.
Except the mayor now, because he knows you're not going to church unless it's church time and you're out and about. So if you're just hiding in your room during church time, you're fine. But if you're in your own homes and somebody didn't see you there, they're probably like, ain't going for it.
Like calling in sick at a retail job. Where are you? Not good enough.
Alright, so what's the plan for the rest of this evening? Extra recon of the manor? Is that right? Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah, I was thinking if one or two of us are posted around the fountain, we can mix in with the villagers and observe guard patterns. If they're changing, sort of get a bit more of an accurate account of how many guards
Okay.
there could be
We'll
there.
find out if there are guards inside.
Agreed.
Just guards
There's a
outside.
rotation shift.
Yeah.
Because if they get refreshed, if they get changed over by someone, then we know that they're inside.
Yeah.
But if they stay the same, there's a high chance that they're just outside.
But if we can see when the change is, we might be able to go in just before the shift is over and deal with tired guards rather than fresh guards.
I like it.
Yeah.
Or, better yet, if we start from the inside, we will be dealing with the sleep guards, which is my favorite kind. So,
Alright.
to the fountain.
Sure.
Does anyone want to go and get some rest? I'm happy to stay here at the fountain for a while and
Two shifts?
Sure, that will work.
Alright.
Alright, well, I'll do that. I'll go back to the thing. I'm pretty tired.
How far away is the tavern from the town square, from the fountain?
I would say about
It's right on the
60
edge.
feet.
60 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, nice. So if we get the right kind of rooms, might be able to see from a window from the tavern. Keep an eye on you.
How far
Not a
from
big
the
thing.
manor itself is the wall around the manor? Like how far between?
You mean the inside of the
The-
manor?
Yeah, so how,
Yeah,
how far
I'll
is
say
it
about
inside?
Only like 5 feet.
5 feet, so it's only a short gap.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll tell Hazel, hang on to me a little bit tighter. And then Fenthrick goes a little bit limp as I transfer my consciousness into
No
Shimmer.
cloak.
And Shimmer is going to bound around up onto the wall of the manor and slowly do a circle while looking into the manor, see if there's
How
guards
tall's the
inside.
wall?
The wall's only waist high.
Oh.
You guys can see into it.
In the process, Shimmer is going to turn into a dark, very dark purple, almost blacky sort of colour. And then slowly walk along the top of the wall and looking inside to see if there are any guards.
So we're not near the wall, we're by the fountain for the cat.
Yeah.
How does that work also? Do you hear what he hears? Or?
See it.
See and hear.
Yeah, my senses, the cat's senses essentially become my senses.
So roll a perception check for me. Just for a second.
That's a natural 6.
That is
Plus-
very natural.
And I believe you have to use Shimmer's perception.
Yes,
Yes.
which
-5.
I am drawing a blank.
would say if it's around 6, even if it's 8 or
Yeah, it's
4,
probably not going to be huge.
I would say that as close as you can get to the crack of the manor wall where there is light occasionally coming out of it, I'll say that he will stop and then go the other way around because he doesn't want to get near that crack.
Okay.
But
So he doesn't cross the crack.
yeah,
He feels uneasy about it.
he feels very uneasy about it. But you do overhear some conversation of the watchtower guards, and there seems to be some kind of disgruntled kind of mannerisms about them. They don't seem to like their jobs very much,
right.
and they don't also seem to understand what's going on.
We could start a workers' union. Just go on strike. Get better wages for these guards. Then we sneak them while they're out striking.
I'll go in
It's a
dressed
plan.
as one of them, pretending to be union.
We've got a charismatic union leader here.
Yeah.
Let's just start a union, guys.
Okay, all we need is a clipboard and we're fine.
Agreed, agreed.
We just need a safety vest and then behind you that says, oh, like OHS or something.
I can make that happen.
Alright, but from what I see, I'm guessing I don't see much inside the building in the way of like living guards.
Yeah, you don't see anything in the building.
That's a total of 9, by the way.
But what I would say that on the second floor of the building, because the rubble has caved in, you do notice there's no lights, no candles, no movement
On the second
on the second floor.
Interesting.
From what you can see, the second floor is really not really stable. I don't think anybody would go up there.
Right.
So chance you could fly your hawk into the opened roof and fly into the manor and have them go around.
Try.
Is there a range that you're able to communicate or?
That's a good question. Let me just quickly look that up in my head.
Because that could
So
be a good way to get such
what-
sort of drone.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I believe that we are heading to, well, I am heading to bed. Bunk together?
Yep.
Alrighty.
A couple of you bunk together and you see the nights kind of dying down as the festivities have moved outside from the tavern to the town square. People have all entered their rooms and some are sleeping. Even the barmaid has kind of gone into the kitchen and started working on other things. Daisy. And you guys rest in this kind of large-ish room. There's a little mint chocolate on the pillow.
Oh, that is more fancy than I was expecting.
This is like staying in a big smoke.
We paid like 2 copper for these rooms.
That is
100 feet.
Cool. Okay, that should
Don't trust the chocolate.
They're actually just like deworming chocolates.
Laxatives.
Yeah.
Well, given the effect that went through my head earlier, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, thank God. I will try to send the hawk in.
As your hawk kind of soar through soar over the walls, it enters into the second floor and kind of dodges kind of rubble and random pillars that are in the way. It kind of lands onto the kind of the banister of the stairway going to the first floor, and all you can see is kind of nothingness. It's just empty rooms, dusty, locked up libraries and studies. As far as you can tell, nobody's been in here at all.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like any guards or anything like that.
No. Roll a perception check for me, just to see what else you may see.
That's shit. That's too.
Yeah. As far as you know, as far as you can tell, there are no guards inside the building.
I'll pull it back up. Doesn't seem like there's anything on that level at all. Seems to be untouched for a while. How about we do like a Casper the Friendly Ghost thing, and we go inside, create a whole bunch of ruckus, and just scare the shit out of these people. Then they just vanish.
We could play on a superstition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our letter told us specifically to remove superstition from town. But I do like the idea.
We'll keep the invaders out.
If you remove the people from the town, does that technically remove the superstition with them?
It would.
We're not nuking Thunder Rock. Not again.
We just have to make them believe that the gods are the cursed ones, and the whole problem comes with them and not the mansion. So you'll have to leave.
I mean,
Problem-
if they are part of a cult, they are already halfway to very superstitious.
We're gonna do something.
I like this.
I'm concerned that if
You're
you
a
didn't
slave.
see anything, did the hawk go down
watching the window.
just into the top level of the manor? Or
So I went through the second level and landed on the banister of the first level.
I couldn't see anything.
And couldn't see anything, just saw dust and locked rooms.
So it means either there's no other guards because we can't see anything, or there's somewhere else that your hawk couldn't see.
At the moment, it is, yeah. Maybe we should just have a good night's sleep and then try again tomorrow morning.
So we must hope the best.
We got sleep. We've got just keeping an eye during the night on
I'm only
rotation.
gonna do it till the crowd sort of thins out enough that it's not gonna, like, I'll stand out if I'm still sitting.
Agreed. And then we've got map and we have Hoss, because in that order, Hoss's front door is from there we go to the abandoned shack, which leads to the manor. So I think we have an order of operation.
I'll say you guys do that, and instead of rolling perception, I'll say you guys will see everything pretty clearly. There's nothing really hidden. But I would like to ask you to roll a stealth, if that's something you want to do.
Sure.
To not be seen watching.
I've got
the
the bed.
No, we're on the bed. He's.
Oh, you're not taking a roster?
Yeah. Oh,
Are you
I
roster?
will do
I
a
would have
second.
No, I
stayed,
think he's
say
on
midnight, everyone sort of starts to disperse.
Okay.
I'll disperse with the crowd because I don't want to sort of be the only person
Huh.
seeing that. But I
Do you roll?
don't, I want to do stealth, so I'm not drawing attention to myself too much.
So the guards don't notice you watching them. Happy watch.
Every step you take.
Copyright.
19.
19. Ah, okay.
As long as it's
They
not
don't
10
notice.
seconds, right? Isn't that the rule?
Yeah.
So you dance around, and occasionally you buy a stick of meat, and you're eating it, and you're looking.
Yeah. So I just want to sort of do I notice a change of guard at all during that time?
You don't notice a change of guards, but you do notice a wagon, kind of, not a wagon, but like a hand-pulled cart going into there. And they're just kind of sacks of flour going into the manor. And they unload them into the manor, but you don't know where.
Okay.
They're baking people into pies!
It's not swimming Todd.
Never mind.
Alright, so yeah, once the crowd's dispersed, I'm going to go back to the accommodations. Who am I sharing with?
Was
I'm
two
probably,
rooms.
yeah.
I'm probably bumped in with Fenfolk
Yeah.
and Shimmer.
So I'm bumping.
How many rooms do we get?
We've got three doubles.
3 doubles.
As you guys go back to sleep, the sun rises and you can smell this kind of weird burnt fish smell. Almost like somebody tried to make a soup but burnt everything before adding in the water. That's how I would describe it.
That's very specific. I've tried this before.
Smells like fish tacos.
Yeah.
Sounds like Shakespeare.
Fish ramen.
You hear a knocking and a squeal and some voices muffled by the walls, and then it gets louder and louder, and eventually you hear a knock. Good morning, guys. It's time to have breakfast. If you guys want to come down,
I
you
hide.
know.
Hide
We'll
under
be
the bed.
downstairs. Breakfast is available. You know. Okay.
When she knocks on our door and
Yeah.
says that, I'll walk out the hallway. Hey guys, breakfast is ready. Come and get some.
Don't we have to see the man?
It is unpolite to start a day without some food, my friend.
Oh, I think I might skip a meal. Not feeling well after all that beer.
I ate a lot of meat in the square last night. I don't know if I want it.
Then
It
those-
smells bloody terrible.
Do those skipping breakfast want to go get the map, meet back out at the meet at the fountain, and from there go to Hoss?
All right,
Sounds good.
guys, you go do that.
Yeah.
Go grab the map.
So at the mention of Gaz, she kind of goes towards like a barrel of water that's outside in the corridor. There's a like slight reflection. She does one of these.
Does the piggy tails just kind of go?
Um, And then she goes downstairs to prepare the rest for breakfast and kind of just taking in keys and checking the ledgers and all that stuff. So who is going to have breakfast?
I will be at the breakfast bar.
I'll get a breakfast.
I'm having breakfast.
Breakfast bars?
I will brave it because Fethric didn't eat last night.
Okay.
I will say to Kath as they walk past, just it will be kindest for everyone involved if you're just honest with her about how you feel.
No,
It's the quickest, easiest way.
no.
It's the most,
No.
it's the most gen-
You want me to take any
Think
of
about
things?
it.
I'll walk past Daisy and I'll say, "Hi, gorgeous. How you going?" I'm sorry I can't stay. All right. I'll have to take a breakfast to go.
I've lost my
Oh,
chicken.
that's all right.
I'll have to have a breakfast to go. All right. I'll catch up with you later. I'm just gonna go see the mayor and grab some stuff. And
I'll come back for lunch. I'm making something real special.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
And you see that from now on, every second that she's working, she's just beaming. She's almost glowing. That could be the sweat, or it could just be her happy. Either way, she's glowing.
Excellent. So I'll grab my whatever it is, and I'll shoot off to the mayor's office.
Okay.
As soon as he leaves, I'll cast disguise on myself to make myself look like him.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
And I will
so
approach Daisy.
oh, you are back.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that tonight, I'd like you to come to my room. If that's not too forward. I just can't get you out of my room.
Oh, I'm afraid I am a lady, sir.
I understand that, but we can just talk.
Oh, is that what you call it now? Talk. I didn't think you were that kind of man.
Well, we can do whatever talking you want tonight. If you are not, of course, taken.
Can you roll this?
I haven't got. There's no chicken. It should be with disadvantage.
Oh.
16.
That's a
16.
good phrase.
Disadvantage, no chicken. She haven't
Gas
seen
goes
no
everywhere
chicken
with
yet.
Daz.
How about you slow down there, cowpoke?
Well, I'm just letting you know that I'm available if you want to have a talk.
Well, I will see
Right.
you at lunch, and we will talk daily.
Sure.
She walks back and like does one of these. So Tal, you are going to the mayor's office as
Yeah.
well, and the rest of you are at the.
I feel like Shimmer would be more excited about the burnt fish soup than Fethric would.
So she tells you that it's gumbo, and she hands everyone a bowl. It's kind of brownish, thick liquid, bits of potato and carrots and unknown substances inside.
So Shimmer will walk over to a bowl of it and step back, and then start looking around for any mice or rats that might be running around the thing.
Sure. Do you guys eat the gumbo?
Yeah, Penance eats without issue.
It's rude
Sure.
not to accept a meal graciously, so I will eat. And I feel like I will regret
Sure.
that.
I eat because I'm hungry.
Everyone eating roll a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's me. How unfortunate.
17.
Constitution saving.
17.
Gnomish Constitution.
I was just trying to help you out. Like,
Well.
I'm always really bad at
Actually,
ladies. I was talking about this
I was-
last night.
I would have taken my mutagen first thing in the morning, and I just got to see what the consequences of the one that I picked, which is
Diarrhea. Your morning fiber.
I'm taking my celerity, and I have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. Sweet. So this is Constitution.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Looking for the green one for Constitution. Not bad. Not bad. 14.
14. And
8.
Thomas? 8. So Hazel and Alaric, you guys feel kind of halfway through eating, you're like, it's a little sour, isn't it? And you feel pins like in your kind of abdomen area, like, oh, like what is that? And you had a sudden urge to leave the room.
I was stealthily weakening the premises.
I would say that you guys should have asked and remembered how close the nearest water source is.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of 6
Look at
hours
that.
From any kind of river or
I mean, there's a fountain.
As a rainwater.
There's fire.
There's no
Fish
seafood
tanks.
available
Oh
for
my God.
at least 6 hours.
It's the same
Poison.
barrel from the alcohol she
Oh.
uses.
I would say for at least half the day, using any kind of force or walking too quickly would make you a little crazy.
That's some nasty shit.
Would you consider that the poison condition
No. I wouldn't put any more
The
than
queasy condition.
crazy. You can still fight effectively. You might just
Milk,
sweat a
milk
little
for the
more
rest of the day.
than usual.
No food. That's all it.
Light
just
light
looks-
food poisoning.
Hazel looks even greener than normal.
She's going, what?
Pale green.
She's going human colour.
So, Tal and Gaz, you guys approach the town hall, and you see people lining up outside and kind of washing their hands through the fire.
Or it looks like we've got you just in time for the service. You
Yep.
Go in and pray, mate.
Absolutely.
All right.
And
Praise
you,
to be Beal.
yeah,
Under his eye.
you see people walking up, lining up. Eventually, after a long speech, a speech about purifying yourself through work, through kind of working towards making money for your family, and not through laziness and wasteful spendings. And then he kind of takes a bowl of dust and hands it to people, and people sniff it and take a bow and then sits back down. And this happens for another 20 minutes until everyone leaves to go to work and the church empties. Then after slow shuffles of people walking out, you see him left behind, kind of folding linens and packing down for the day.
Yeah, Gaz walks up and just goes, "That was a great service.
Yes.
How did your map drawing go?"
Beal be with you. Oh yes, of course, here it is.
Yes, Beal be blessed.
He's shaking his. There you go. This is as much as I can remember. He hands you a little map, and it just kind of like there's a west wing, there's an east wing. It's kind of like a long shape with like a T, and then you see a two-story drawing on the west wing and east wing, but is no first or second floor on the middle wing.
So
You see that
is it T-shaped, the building?
T-shape, yeah. So the building from outside is a rectangle, but he's drawn a T-shape.
Right.
And he goes, yes, and this is the basement, I suppose. This is where the storage is, and
Is that where the bottom of the T?
yeah, that's where the T is, yeah.
Yes, that's the basement.
Yeah. So there's no second or first floor. You can see from that T, the
Yeah.
the long bit of the T is just he described it as his basement. Yes. Well, this is where they used to keep the prisoners. The Strider family was in charge of in the wartime keeping prisoners and converting them to soldiers.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is there anything, apart from the basement, is there anything in particular that you can remember from the east wing or the west wing that would be worth looking at?
No, I don't think you can even go in there. Most of it's collapsed.
Fair enough.
But I mean, if the gods would be anywhere, it would be this study.
Okay, where's the study? Is that in the middle?
It's in the east wing, on the first floor. Yes.
Excellent. And do you know where that secret tunnel
Oh,
comes out of?
that would be the basement.
Comes through the basement?
Comes to the basement. There should be, as I remember, a little divot in the middle, a little drain area. The tunnel's part of the drain.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I like it. Down and dirty in the sewers. Just Gaz is special.
And can you get into the basement from the ground level here? Or if I was to get on the main grounds, can I get down in the basement?
Yes, there's a stairway from the study.
I saw some carts going in there unloading some goods last night, and how do they get that down into the? I'm assuming after doing that, they're putting it down in the.
Oh, it has to be through the study.
So you're taking the stuff through the house and down into.
Yes, that's the only way I can
Sounds
see
very
it.
efficient at all.
But it's an easy way in.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I still feel. I'm not going to say anything too loud in front of you.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that later. And got to make a plan to get in.
That seems like a pretty easy way to get in without getting any disruptions by the guards. And if there is some there, we should be able to take them out quietly because that's very separate away from the study.
I don't know your chances of getting in the manhouse. There's too many guards.
Just guards outside.
Yeah.
The guards inside. Maybe.
No, but we
Well,
can go in through the secret tunnel into the basement. I don't want to go through the front gate.
Oh yeah, no, we're going tunnel all the way.
Alright,
Yeah. Tunnel for days.
excellent. Alright, I suppose we should better go back and see what the others are doing.
All aboard the Tunnel Express. So, I guess we say, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very much appreciated.
I feel like does Gaz take some more doses?
Yeah,
like
I was
he's
gonna
going?
say. Praise to be Beal.
Second whiff.
Yeah. A second whiff.
He's rolling dice.
When the DM is smiling, it's already too late.
This is
I-
the Vegemite.
What are you wearing again?
A black shirt.
Black scissors linen.
So this is the second time
Is
you've
that
done
armor? Yeah.
No, I don't think you
I
are.
don't wear armor because I'm barbarian.
So it's just kind of black linen. Cloth.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fireproof.
I'll
It's
say
fire retardant material.
Merino wool.
your palm
Yeah.
burns a lot, and then as soon as you open it to see what's going on, it spits fire at you, like very close to your eyebrows. No. Put your palm out onto your shirt.
Alright. Moderation.
He looks at you like, you gotta be careful with
Yeah, sorry, praise to Beal. Alright, let's go.
That's another one.
I get a dog in there. With straw.
He's an efficient man.
Are there any little sacks of this stuff lying around?
that. No, not that you can see.
I just want to see what happens if you combine it with the Thunder Rock mine.
Thundermite.
Can I borrow this for later when we're on the road and I need to pray?
We don't have much, but I do have it. I can give you my tin if you like.
Like a small, I don't want to take all of your stock. So like a drug dealer. I don't take all of your stuff. I just want, just a little bit so we can use this to pray on the road.
Of course. He takes some with his hands, and he goes,
I don't touch it. I just like go bag and I just.
and he like sifts it for his hand. A lot of it just drops onto the floor.
Thanks. And she eats it. Alright, I think with that we go back to the breakfast table and tell them the information which what we have.
He hunches over the well and he starts chanting something as you guys leave.
Leave them in to pray.
I feel bad for a moment. I was like, he's going to be the head of the cult, and now I'm just like, oh, he's such a sweet old priest.
Can I do like a religion
That's
check
how
to
they
see
get
if
you.
I
Yeah.
recognise the chant or anything?
Sure.
Old priest have never done anything wrong.
11.
You don't recognize this
Stand
chant.
for that one.
What language do you speak?
Elvish, common.
So he's chanting in Elvish, and you recognize it as an older form of Elvish. It's definitely not something that we use for Beal, because scriptures of Beal would not be written in Elvish.
Yes.
So it's definitely not a Beal chant. It sounds more like a spell,
More like a
but
what?
you don't a spell, but you don't know what it is. It's definitely not religious.
Damn it.
So,
It's not religious.
it's not religious. Not that you can tell.
So we get back to the tavern and relay what we went through and saw, and I'm going to pull Fethwick aside and as we were leaving, he started to chant, and it was in High Elvish. I didn't get all the dialect. My Elvish is a bit rusty, but it wasn't
Well, I
any-
mean, he is old. Could be going a bit dirty.
maybe, but it didn't sound like a religious chant. It sounded more like a spell he was casting.
No, that's curious.
I'm not real knowledgeable about these magic things. I've seen a little bit of it, and it sounded more like magic than it did a religious.
Did you catch what he said?
Little bits and pieces, because it's not it's in an old Elvish dialect, and I'm not 100% familiar with it.
Interesting.
And
I know.
do you speak Elvish?
I did until I changed it. No, I don't. Would I know much about, obviously we've discussed that Celestial is sort of the primary arcane language. Would I know where Elvish arcane magic would, or spells would originate from? Like, what sort of magic it might be?
You might know some of the words, you can guess, because they
Okay.
sound similar, but I don't think you'll know what the spell is from even translating it.
Alright.
Yeah. Just because of what it is. It's not because of the language.
Might have to go and have a look at that later. See what exactly it is that he's up to.
It could be ominous, or now I don't know.
Color me curious.
He
Also,
certainly likes that red dust he was snorting too.
That did get my attention as
The
well.
guys did get some.
Pretty good.
He seems to like it.
I would like to say
Don't go
also
back twice.
that he's a 7-year-old half elf. That
Mm.
is like a 9-year-old human. So there may be something to ask about or investigate there.
So he
It
seems
sounds-
too old.
He seems way too old for a half elf.
Has not aged gracefully. It's all that forest when he blues.
I mean, that happens when you expense the cough.
So I'll make a note of whatever it is that Tal can remember and pass on to me in as much detail as possible. I'll make a note to that. We should probably go back and check that later.
I would like everyone to roll a perception check. As-
Everyone?
Everyone. So you guys have met in the tavern, is that right?
No, I think we were meeting at the fountain.
You mean in the fountain? Yeah. So roll a perception, everyone.
10.
Perceptions.
12.
13.
13,
Dirty 20.
20,
15.
15,
12.
12.
10.
22.
You two definitely notice a building that was not there before. There's a little shack that's kind of leaning against one of the shops that was next to the fountain. And that shack was not there before, it was just a muddy road. And on the sign, it just says, come those who have dirt on their hands, or filth, it translates to. And it's kind of in Celestial, for those who know Celestial.
Oh, I know Celestial.
So wait, who else sees it?
So
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
we
you know
all
Celestial?
see it, or?
That wasn't there yesterday, was it?
No, it wasn't, and it certainly wasn't there last night when I was hanging there either.
Combos with dirt and filth on their hands. Does it mean like blood or literal or dirt?
I'll just pick up some mud on the ground and go, here we go.
Yeah, we point out to the whole group like that wasn't there yesterday.
You are talking nonsense.
are you sure?
I'm not sure.
whole
you can
building.
build a building
I mean-
It
overnight.
wasn't there yesterday.
Was
There's
not
a whole
there
town
yesterday.
around Shack with falling down buildings.
Have you been having
Okay,
that thunder,
sure.
mate?
But that like
No, mate,
you would have
look,
seen a sign
I
in
notice these
Celestial.
things.
You read Celestial,
Well,
right?
True.
So how
We're a
about mine?
human town.
I like to
True.
kind of look at my exit lines and things. I noticed that there was a road there, and now there's a building, and it's looking a bit worse for wear.
We're in a human town that's got a celestial sign, and it's not
No.
something that most people would speak.
To be fair, I was spending more time focusing on not getting mud on my shoes
That is true. You probably
That's
wish it
fair.
was again.
than staring at the architecture.
Okay. Minor detour?
I guess minor detour. Should we do what Gaz just did with the mud?
To the building.
Well, after hearing him say like, or maybe blood on your hands, I pull out my crossbow with its little blades on the drawstring, and I just put my thumbs on it, and I just go boom, and so now I have literal blood coming out of my hands, and the blood is going across the drawstring, and you see my crossbow just start to crackle with lightning a little bit, and I put it back.
Alright, make sure you keep your hands sanitary. Just don't touch anything while they're bleeding.
It seems
I have
to
some
be excessive,
experience with
mate.
this.
It could just picked up mud off the ground.
You doing
It
some mud?
depends what type of filth they're referring to.
Grab a little bit of mud.
I'm not testing that
I
daily, my
did for
friend.
two
Never mind,
experiments. It's
don't-
okay.
Mud?
Thanks, mate.
Alright.
So as you guys enter, you notice it is a very dilapidated church. There are holes on the floor where you can see the ground from the wooden boards. There's like things growing from it and into the church, like just little flowers and stuff.
So it's a church.
It's a church. There are pews that are like broken and like only half the bench is there.
This definitely was not here last night.
Looks
There
like
are
a
no-
church at the church over there.
There are no windows, and there seems to be a blinding amount of light shining in from the gaps between each wooden plank, and the whole thing is slanted.
Is there any symbol of one of the gods?
There are no symbols of any of the gods, and you see a hooded figure in a red robe praying over an altar, facing away from you.
Does it appear to be the same figure that was stooped over Ulrich?
Oh
The
no,
el- the elf
no,
guy.
no! This is a much smaller frame figure,
Okay.
almost like a frail old man.
Is a similar colour robe or garment to the guards?
No, just blood red,
What
Oh,
about, what
hide
about
in
Connor?
the
shiny
corner.
red.
I'll hide in the corner with my longbow.
When you say a frame similar to something of a possibly frail old man, what about Connor, the mayor?
It might be. You don't know. He hasn't turned around yet. Same frame.
Is there any other iconography or symbols or any kind of artwork on the walls? Is there anything in the architecture?
Nothing. Any kind of thing has been burnt out or scorched or faded.
Is there any more celestial anywhere?
Oh no. He turns around and he greets all you. Welcome, travelers!
I don't like that voice.
Crossbows off the tail.
That's
And
out of
everyone
character.
shoot for initiative.
Oh, no.
And in our next episode, we will shoot for initiative and start that battle. Who's the hooded figure?
Damn.
Oh, I didn't like that voice at all.
That's
Here.
horrifying.
I wasn't expecting that.
Very well done. Very
Shoot
well
for the
done.
knees.
Thank you.
Is it Daisy?
It's not Daisy.
It was a red robe.
It's me mum.
It's Kanye West.
Why too small to be Daisy?
Okay, and that was it. So you guys investigated the town a little bit, learned about the manor, met the mayor, and you guys saw a building and
Fair
very
enough.
unwisely walked into it.
So,
A building that was not there before.
Of course we're going to
And you
investigate
thought-
a cool
Yeah.
building with
Yeah, what's the
Celestia.
worst that could happen?
Hey, we survived our first session!
No DPKs.
Achievement unlocked.
yeah. Well, when the DM drops a shiny building, in front of
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
like you go in.
Yes. To be
Wait, he
fair.
wants us to go in there, so let's just do it, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like you've got a carrot in front of us, but you filled it with razor blades. You're like, here, this is fine, just
Eat it.
investigate it.
Um,
Well, it might be cocaine in your chunky monkey, but enjoy it.
Thank you for joining us, guys. That was amazing. We are just gonna get. That just blew out as soon as we finished.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
I'm scared.
Doesn't often happen
Something
to
like
when we finish. It's one of those 3-hour candles.
It's the frail old man. He's back.
Thank you everyone for joining us today, and of course the next episode won't be next week, just because this is a special 3-hour event. But it will be the next fortnight. So it'll be next week,
Easter Sunday.
2
Should
weeks
be
from
the
now.
4th of April.
the 4th of April,
Which is
Easter Sunday.
on Easter Sunday.
Ooh. So we'll all be full
Excellent.
of
We're
chocolate.
fighting the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's actually a kill rather.
So watch us on Easter Sunday from 6 till 9. That will be a 1-hour episode, and then every week after that we'll be on from 6 till 9 every Sunday night
6 to 9 for an hour?
for an hour.
6 to 9 is a 1
Oh, sorry,
hour.
6 to 7.
6 or 7.
There we go. Now we're just playing a 1-hour episode at 1/3 speed.
Yeah. We'll play it 3
Three
times.
times.
Yeah,
Of course,
straight to that sword.
Now we are going to announce the winners.
Yo.
The giveaways. So what are the giveaways? Does anyone know what the giveaways are?
It was a
Discuss now.
dice tray with a...
Dice
Which
trays.
I desperately wanted to enter, but I couldn't.
Yes.
Because apparently cast and crew weren't allowed to
Cars and
enter.
crew are not allowed to enter,
Well,
unfortunately.
Did you get my resignation letter?
So the
I know.
winners are somebody called Canuck Down Under
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
and Jessica
Canadian
Evans. I don't know who that
Knocked
is.
down
Jessica
under.
Evans.
Yeah.
Congrats
Canuck
on
Down
that.
Under
Yes.
and Jessica Evans. So if you're watching this, DM us or we DM you, and we'll figure out a way to deliver it to you. We'll have it soon because it's being crafted right now by hand, hammering, making nails, homemade nails,
Sanding.
Yes.
sanding.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure that's
Was
entirely
that their
how
Twitch handle?
So the other one there, how do you want to do that?
Twitch handle?
Yeah, Canuck Down Under, was that their Twitch
Uh,
handle?
YouTube.
YouTube.
The YouTubes. You might, maybe we know some of them.
What about the last one then? Do you want to do that as a video?
Oh yes. So this one we won't do today, but we will announce what we're gonna do with this. But this is definitely one of the giveaways we're gonna do. Maybe in the third episode. Follow us on Instagram. Shoot for initiative, and we will tell you how to enter for this D&D starter kit, starter set, not kit. Thank you for joining us, and I wish you a good night. Join us again on Easter Sunday.
Yes!